We're back with the Opie and Anthony show on this Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Hi.
Louis C.K. sitting down, joining the program today. In the office, we were talking about the OJ thing.
Yes. Good old OJ.
We all got emails last night that we thought we had an exclusive. We're so lame, Louis, when it comes to exclusives with this program. We get these emails like, hey, man, we got a copy of that OJ book that wasn't released. And these emails are written in such a way that we're thinking, oh, my God, we finally could scoop the world.
Because it said not confirmed
Right.
if it's the actual book, but it looks like it. It looks like something. Oh, wow, we're getting exclusive. It was emailed to me in a PDF document.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, okay, let me open this up and check it out.
And we're thinking that there's a hardcore fan deep within the publishing community that said, what the hell, I'll give you guys this little radio nugget. And so we got a little excited. We're thinking, okay, we'll be the guys that break the whole OJ thing, read some excerpts today. And we open up the paper. It's like on page 3. It's all over the place. It's
all
the headline of every news channel.
Everyone's got it. We're not breaking news here.
We just want to have a scoop one time in our lousy careers.
It's like trying to get the scoop on 9/11.
Right.
Yeah, we just...
Guess what happened? Oh, now it's everywhere.
Yeah, everyone knows about it. We don't get the scoop on anything.
But Anthony ended up reading a lot of it last night, right?
So because I thought that was all there was going to be, was my little copy on the computer screen.
Right.
So I'm sitting there, my eyes are bleeding trying to read something off the computer. If you're just checking out videos or reading some email on a computer, that's one thing.
No.
The whole thing with reading long-form stuff on a computer screen is painful.
They don't have that figured out yet.
My head was pounding by the time I was done.
Because they were
font bigger.
now,
Huh?
What? The font bigger.
Shut up.
Why not? You can.
Shut up.
You zoom in, you make it bigger.
That much.
Yeah, it doesn't help. I don't know what it is, but
it's just looking at a monitor. It's
but now you know how
radiation.
now you know how to murder your wife and the guy who's returning his sunglasses to her.
Yes, exactly. Because, well, as OJ said, this isn't what happened.
No.
But if I would have done it,
Hilarious.
I would have done it this way exactly, with every minute detail.
No, what bothers me about America is why can't this book be released? I don't get why
outrage.
we have... All right, outrage. I don't get all of a sudden we have to have morals in the publishing community and all that. I mean,
as if we didn't have a ball with OJ when it happened. I mean, it was a national obsession.
Number
now
one.
we're like, hey, let's let the rest in peace.
It spawned a new network there. Court TV was nothing before the OJ trial. But the newspapers every day, it was huge in the news. The verdict, it was the most watched thing since like the last episode of MASH.
Exactly.
It's just huge.
I understand making sure he doesn't get paid for it and all that, but why not get the book out there?
Sure.
I mean, we all followed the trial for the 2 years that it was on.
It should be out there.
Yeah.
When I was working at the Chris Rock show, I was writing there, and it was, I guess, about a year after that whole mess. And Chris had this idea to do the first interview with OJ, and the idea was going to be this exclusive, okay, now we can ask you, finally, who do you think should have won the MVP for the AFL? It's not going to be all football questions.
Just football questions.
Framed as if this was the big... And OJ was dying to do it, of course.
I'm sure.
Why did it happen?
Because we didn't want to be the ones to let him back into having fun.
Society.
Like, we didn't want to be the ones to let him in on a joke.
The scarlet murder letter on him. You don't want to be the one that kind of gives him any credibility.
Yeah. Well, Anthony read a lot, and what you were saying in the office was pretty interesting.
Well, I skipped through all the crap at the beginning, which is just his relationship. First, it's like it just starts with like a little history on OJ. Who cares? And then there's the history of him and Nicole. Everyone knows they had their
it's all
forth.
So is he saying, had I won the Heisman?
Well, no, it's not so. It's not all hypothetical.
No.
Like it's all fact. And then just the part where he stabs them multiple times is hypothetical. Because then everything after that is what happened.
He couldn't make it.
What happened?
He picks up with now here.
Yeah, he couldn't make it more clear that he's about to tell you the truth because he starts by giving you his whole
it's his history,
his whole life.
And then
I played for USC, and then
he did. He told about his relationship with.
Hilarious.
He talked about his relationship with him and his father, like that whole thing, his upbringing, and then It gets to the evening in question, I think, was the chapter.
But that really is funny, you know. It's like, look, I know people are going to think that I'm just making this up to have a little fun or whatever, and keep my name out there. No, I'm going to give my whole
all the
life
facts.
history, where I was born, where I was raised, where I went to high school.
Biography.
Yeah.
One chapter that has to have just changed language.
One thing that's, just if I did do it, this is how I would have done it.
Right, after all the facts that he just gave.
And it doesn't even
work. Saying that my father and I were a little distant. Had we been, here's how it would have manifested itself.
If I would have played for Buffalo, it would have been like this.
Or uses a fake team name like they used to do in the 70s, like the Dallas Colts.
Right.
The Buffalo Williams he played for.
The Denver Balloons or something.
It's really too bad that this book isn't going to see the light of day. Well, now it's going to see the light of day.
Everyone will see it.
Is this the whole book that is now out there in?
Yeah.
This is the whole book?
Yep.
All right, so now you can read it for free.
That's actually better, though.
This is actually a very small book.
So he's not making a...
The book's 2 pages?
This is just 1 page of the...
he's not making a profit from it this way.
But what's the... I don't know why they wouldn't publish it. Mein Kampf is published. They make Hitler's memoirs.
Problem?
That's... Yeah, see, this is about a black guy killing a white woman.
Right.
Way to put it in perspective, Lou.
Maybe if OJ had a funny little mustache, people would give him a little more
God, but this is all... Nicole came at me swinging.
Yeah.
This is not put in any... It doesn't say, had she come at me swinging.
No. It's not put in the way...
He just puts a disclaimer at the beginning of the thing and says...
I made it up.
Look, I'm going to do this... oh, my God.
He goes, Nicole came at me swinging. Get the out of here, she said. This is my house, and I can do what I want. Not in front of my kids. You can't. You. No. You. I gave you everything you could ask for, and you it all up. She came at me like a banshee, all arms and legs flailing. I ducked, and she lost her balance and fell against the stoop. She fell hard on her right side. I could hear the back of her head hitting the ground and lay there for a moment. She lay there not moving.
Can I ask a quick question here?
Yes.
In the autopsies, did they mention that she had a head injury?
Yeah, it was almost off.
Well, no,
that
we know that. We know that, but I mean, was there bruising in the back of her head from the fall?
That would be an interesting thing to look at. Was that
severed head damage?
Yeah,
right.
Was it dropped before or after it was removed from her body?
Good point.
It's like when you said you'd turn in an iPod for a warranty. Was there water damage?
They were probably arguing, and he probably punched her in the face. Like, he didn't flail and trip. He probably punched her in the face.
Also, here's the worst part: is he's getting his side of the argument in here. Like, he's saying, look, folks, the real message of this is, hey, I gave her everything she wanted.
If anyone doesn't see this bitch deserved it, that's pretty much what he's saying. He's getting his side out.
He's trying to sway us.
Well, without actually reading verbatim, because he talks a lot. Because at this point,
Charlie.
Exactly.
Okay.
He had the North Vietnamese with him.
OJ, you get out here! The police are calling OJ.
I said we read this.
Let's go mother again.
Because people haven't. They're not going to search this out.
Yeah. Let me give you the basic outline though, because with some of these things taken out of context, you might not understand what they are. OJ goes over at Nicole's house to see his kids earlier in the day. They go to a recital. They all come back. You remember this. This was all fact. They come back. Now, this guy, Charlie, there's some guy that shows up in this book. His name is Charlie. He's apparently some acquaintance of OJ's that OJ met at some dinner party.
Al Cowlings?
I got my theories on who Charlie is.
So he's making up a guy.
Yeah.
Charlie.
This is the other guy that saw this whole thing.
So he's basically admitting there was another guy there.
He's saying there's another guy there, but I'm not sure of that either. There's a couple of options here.
Or it might be 2 people in his head?
Yeah. I'm thinking Charlie could be good OJ. Charlie is the side. OJ, at some point in this action, had a mental break.
Right.
Now, he goes to the house.
Oh, my God. That's
because Charlie, and I'm doing the parentheses, the quotation marks, parentheses, quotation mark thing. Yeah. Charlie went up to OJ and told him, OJ, I got some bad news. O.J. said what? He said Nicole has been out doing drugs with her friends, getting into some kinky scenes and everything like that. And O.J. goes, why the F are you telling me this? He goes, look, I know about it. I figured I'd tell you. So he goes, he thanked Charlie and goes, I want to go over there right now and see what that bitch is doing. So him and Charlie go over to Nicole's house, and O.J. at some point wants to see what she's doing, so he puts his little wool cap on and gloves and walks out with a big knife that he had underneath his seat. And at this point, Charlie says to him, O.J., give me that knife. You're not going in there with that knife. This is what leads me to believe this is where O.J. starts breaking into two people.
This was him in his car by himself.
Right.
Looking at the knife.
Thinking like...
And the little Chinese man inside of him said, oh, don't bring a knife. O.J.
That will never make the air, by the way.
No.
We are not
really?
allowed
my goodness.
to make any voices.
I'm sorry.
Words hurt, Louis. Words hurt.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I know. Believe me.
Shame on you, Louis.
Believe me.
Okay.
Believe me.
There was nobody okay.
When the mics are off, let's go to town on that.
Sorry, guys.
Not your fault.
So, no, believe me, it's not. So, O.J. goes and he gives the knife to Charlie. Now, this, to me, is the sane O.J. now has possession of the knife. And he's not going to do anything with it because it's Charlie. Well, O.J. starts talking to Nicole, or talking to Goldman, who pulls up with the sunglasses and saying, who the F are you? What are you doing here? And giving him a lot of crap. And then Nicole comes out because she hears the noise. And when he sees Nicole all dressed up, there's candles burning in her place. So he assumes something's going on, and that's why Ron Goldman's coming over. He starts thinking back to the whole day, he says. Like going to the recital, this, that, the other thing. He flashes back throughout the day. And then when he comes up to the point he was at during that day, which is standing there, he's got the knife in his hand. And he's covered in blood, and Ron Goldman is dead, and Nicole is laying on the ground dead, and Charlie's going, O.J., we got to get the F out of here.
Yeah.
Charlie, his acquaintance he met at a dinner party, who's now a murder accomplice.
Yeah, you know what I'm wondering is if Nicole or Ron did they say anything to Charlie in the story? Did they react to him?
No,
Charlie Durden. Invisible.
Charlie Durden was not spoken to.
so he's invisible.
He's invisible. He's
right.
My invisible friend Charlie.
Yeah.
So the only thing I have about it that it's not this. Like, O.J. suffered this break at that point.
I think that's exactly what happened.
That's why he was so able to distance himself from the actual murder and actually convince himself that he didn't do it. Because there was this Charlie character who is the rational O.J. And then O.J. who was the irrational, murdering O.J. And for that moment, he turned into the other guy where Charlie was trying to stop him from doing this.
Yeah.
So O.J. strips down to his underwear and socks. And takes his clothing, rolls it up, rolls the knife up in it. They drive the Bronco, him and Charlie, back to Rockingham. Then he takes the bundled up bloody clothing and the weapon, gives it to Charlie, and says, take this and get rid of it. I want this gone forever. So, and no one knows who this Charlie is or where this stuff ever ended up. I didn't want to make up stuff like that. This is all made up. But I didn't want to make up where the weapon ended up.
That's just
I didn't want to, make it up. Because the police might start digging there and find a weapon. So he gives it to Charlie. And Charlie, then he gives instructions to Charlie. He goes, look, the limo pulled up. When they pulled up to Rockingham, they saw the limo pulling in. And O.J. goes, oh, crap, the limo's here. We got to pull around the side. He goes, I'm going to sneak in. You take this stuff, get rid of it. Later on, when the limo pulls out, you pull the Bronco into the driveway, hit the gate, and run out before the gate shuts. And then I'll just say it was parked there the whole night.
Oh, my God.
So that's what he did.
And you think the blood spot might have been from Charlie, quote-unquote, hitting the...
From it could have been Charlie. It could have been this. Well, apparently, though, Charlie left it out on the street because it was parked slightly askew, if you remember. The Bronco wasn't parked right. And then the cops, when they questioned O.J. about it, they said, well, it looked like you were in a rush. And they asked him all the questioning, were you in a rush packing up? He goes, well, I kind of, want to pack all my stuff. But he didn't say he was in a rush until he talked about the car being sideways. And then O.J. was in a big rush. So the limo was parked there. He told Charlie to get rid of everything. he went around the side by Cato's room, hit the air conditioner. He said, when I was running into the house, I banged into the air conditioner, almost fell down. He went inside. The limo guy was calling, but he assumed when he turned on his bedroom light that the limo guy would see that and assume he was in the shower, so he didn't answer the phone, making it seem like he had been there longer than he was. He knew the limo guy would call again. He called when he got out of the shower. O.J. said he'd be down in a few minutes. Went down, took the limo to Chicago, and they called him from Chicago and told him his wife was murdered, dead. And that's when he threw the glass and cut his finger. But now he couldn't remember if he had cut his finger beforehand and gotten blood, because now the cops are questioning him, saying, O.J., we got a problem here. And O.J. goes, uh-huh. And they said, we found blood in your Bronco. He goes, well, I may have cut myself on a hanger as I was packing, or, I golf a lot. He goes, I might have cut myself and opened it up while I was running around. But I think I did it that night. Like his story, if you read, another good part is not only the murder part with Charlie, but the questioning, because it's the actual questioning that was done by the two cops and O.J. It's the actual questioning. Now, if it would have happened like this, it would have. Oh, it did. Yes, this is the real question.
This part is what happened.
And you find inconsistencies.
He doesn't know. That's the crazy part, is when he's being asked about it. It's like such a mind-boggling layers of reality. Because then he's going in the past to him being questioned about something that he's saying he made up.
He didn't do, but as he's being questioned.
So did he know that he was referring to the later story he was going to had made up and
made up? Yeah, he had this all made up beforehand
or something.
Because as like Van Adder's questioning him, he's saying to himself, and in this book, he said during that questioning, I'm saying to myself, I just have to make them believe this.
Yeah,
that I'm 100%. He goes, I told them when I went into court, I said, I'm 100% innocent, Your Honor. He goes, I just had to make them believe that.
Scene between the scene that he's created that doesn't exist supposedly in his mind, that he's dropped in between two realities.
Yeah.
So those two realities are past. But that thing is present because he just made it up.
Because he made it up.
So
it makes no sense that he had made this up.
It's a mess.
See, Charlie is the other guy.
Or
find Charlie.
Could be Al, like we said.
Al Cowlings.
Al Cowlings.
I think it could be Al Cowlings. Maybe it was Charlie. He went there with the purpose of killing these, at least his wife.
It's weird, by the way. They never even convicted him of just a high-speed chase.
Nothing.
Not even like a
with
ticket.
A gun and
yeah.
Well, let's read this before the break. So then this is the actual murder, in O.J.'s words, if it happened?
If it happened, but it didn't. She came at me like a banshee, arms and legs flailing. I could hear the back of her head, hit the ground when he pushed her over. She lay there a moment, not moving. Jesus Christ, O.J., let's get the out of here, Charlie said, his voice cracking. I looked over at Goldman, and I was fuming. I guess he thought I was going to hit him because he got into his little karate stance.
Oh, he's making fun of a guy.
I know.
Killed.
Yeah, exactly. What the is that? I said. You think you could take me with your karate? He started circling me, bobbing and weaving, and if I hadn't been so angry, I would have laughed in his face.
Oh, my God.
This is O.J. talking about Ron Goldman, the dead guy.
I'll tell you, but that's exactly what happened. Because, Ron Goldman probably didn't bring her. I always thought Ron Goldman was banging her.
Probably.
I think a lot of people thought that, and he walked over, and they were just, come on.
O.J., come on. It was Charlie again, pleading. Nicole moaned, regaining consciousness. She stirred on the ground and opened her eyes and looked at me, but it didn't seem like anything was registering. Charlie walked over and planted himself in front of me, blocking my view. We are done here, man. Let's go. See, Charlie's constantly trying to get him out of here.
Blocking my view.
I noticed the knife in Charlie's hand.
What?
And in one deft move, I remember my right glove. I removed my right glove and snatched it up. We're not going anywhere, I said, turning to face Goldman. Goldman was still circling me, bobbing and weaving, but I didn't feel like laughing anymore. You think you're tough? MF, I said. I could hear Charlie just behind me saying something, urging me to get the out of there. And at one point, he even reached for me and tried to drag me away, but I shook him off hard and moved toward Goldman. Okay, MF, I said, show me how tough you are. Then something went horribly wrong, and I know what happened, but I can't tell you exactly how.
Even though none of this actually happened.
Right.
If I did it, I still wouldn't remember how I
wouldn't know.
My memory would probably be foggy, even though it's all...
It would be all foggy.
You know what this is? He's not brave enough because he doesn't know the law.
Yeah.
So he's like...
Somebody could break precedent.
Right, he's thinking,
if a dude writes a book, you get to convict
like there's a little-known law or something, so he's like...
or one that double jeopardy if you write it.
Yeah. He's got to stop right there because he's not sure of the law.
Yeah, I don't know how. I was still standing in Nicole's courtyard, of course, but for a few moments, I couldn't remember how I'd gotten there, when I'd arrived, or even why I was there. Then it came back to me very slowly, the recital with little Sydney up on stage dancing, her little heart out, Nicole with her little heart out on the sidewalk, chipping balls in my neighbor's yard, Paula angry, not answering her phone, Charlie stopping by my house to tell me some more ugly crap about Nicole's behavior. Then what? The short, quick drive from Rockingham to the Bundy condo, and now I was standing in Nicole's courtyard in the dark, listening to the loud, rhythmic, accelerating beat of my own heart. I put my left hand onto my heart and felt my shirt was strangely wet. I looked down at myself for several moments. I couldn't get my mind around what I was seeing. The whole front of me was covered in blood, but it didn't compute. Is this really blood, I wondered? And whose blood is it? Is it mine? Am I hurt? Wow. I was more confused than ever. What the hell was happening here? Then I remembered that Goldman guy coming through the back gate with Judith's glasses, and I remember hollering at him and remember how the shouts had brought Nicole to the door. Nicole, Jesus. I looked down and saw her on the ground in front of me, curled up in the fetal position at the base of the stairs, not moving. Goldman was a few feet away, slumped against the bars of the fence. He wasn't moving either. Both he and Nicole were lying in giant pools of blood. I had never seen so much blood in my life. You know, if it happened. If I had seen blood, I had never seen so much.
You think he blacked out?
In my real life, I never saw as much blood as I saw in this thing that never happened.
That never happened. You think he went into, like, this blood rage? He just, like, grabbed a knife and just started hacking?
There's two things. He either blacked out and really doesn't remember how he, quote, killed them.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't want to, officially tell us that part.
Right.
He's scared of the law.
Because he would have, I think he blacked out because wouldn't he have made up something that exonerates him in a weird way? Well, he would have made up facts that
they kept running into my knife.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
You exonerate yourself.
Charlie did it.
But he would have made up facts that...
It's interesting how Charlie, disappears from time to time. In the story.
Charlie just, goes away.
Comes and goes.
Like, the whole time he was
nobody else can
butchering these people, Charlie wasn't doing anything?
We got to take a break, but I want to get through this before the break.
Okay, part two of what would have happened.
No, just finish up. Finish this up.
What the happened here? Who had done this and why? And where the was I when this went down? I was like, part of my life was missing. There was like some weird gap in my existence. But how could that be? I was standing right there. That was me, right? I looked down again at myself, and the blood-soaked clothes. I noticed I had a knife in my hand. The knife was covered with blood, as were my hands, wrist, and half of my right forearm. That didn't compute either. I wondered how all that blood had gotten all over the knife, and again asked myself whose blood it might be, when suddenly it all made perfect sense. This was just a bad dream, a very bad dream. At any moment now, I would wake up at my home in my own bed and start going about my day. Then I heard a sound from behind me and turned, startled. Charlie was standing in the shadows a few feet away, his mouth hanging open, his breathing short and ragged. He was looking beyond me at the bodies. Charlie, I called out. He didn't answer. Charlie? Still nothing. I went over and stood in front of him and asked him the same question I'd asked myself. Charlie, what the happened here? He looked up and met my eyes, but for several moments it was as if he didn't really see me. Are you listening to me, I said. I asked what happened. Charlie shook his head from side to side, his mouth still hanging open, his breath still short and ragged, and in a voice that was no more than a frightened whisper, he said, Jesus Christ, O.J., what have you done? Me? What the hell was he talking about? I hadn't done anything. I jumped at the sound behind me, a high-pitched, almost human wail. It was Cato the dog circling Nicole's body, his big paws leaving prints in the wet blood. He lifted his snout and let out another wail that sent chills up and down my spine. Let's get the out of here, I said. I hurried toward the rear gate and moved through it with Charlie close behind, but I stopped myself before I crossed into the alley. Charlie bumped into me and jumped back startled. "What?" he said. I didn't answer. I was thinking about the shape I was in. I was thinking of the blood all over my shirt, my pants were sticking to my skin. Even my shoes were covered in blood.
Here's the thing. OJ...
Yeah, I know. It's a
OJ
misprint. It wasn't, edited.
Yeah, he couldn't get an editor to go, OJ, when you murdered your wife, you should have written blood.
Blood, not hood.
Here's the thing. OJ is either a murderer or an amazingly good writer.
Great writer.
If you ever read confessions of murders that are they're beautifully written.
Yeah.
There's no fiction that is better written than them. Yep. Just like this. Either he is an incredibly... He's like Charles Dickens or a murderer. Right. He's either Mickey Spillane or a disgusting murderer.
Yeah, I point to disgusting murderer.
I'm pretty sure it's that.
Where's the next novel, OJ? Write a next novel about something that didn't happen. Yeah. Once upon a time, it's all just drivel.
Is there more of this?
All day. Yeah. Why don't we take a break? We got Louis C.K. in the house today, and it's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Yes. Lots going on. It's Opie and Anthony. Discussing this OJ thing through the commercials.
Yeah, well, me and Louis C.K. have been hashing it over, and we're going out on a limb and saying OJ did it. After reading all this, yeah.
He did it. It's riveting.
It really is. We are just laughing at the fact that this OJ is not this good.
He's not an amazing writer.
He's not. This is material from a great author.
Yes, two people tell stories beautifully. Some authors with incredible imaginations, and people that really did stuff. Simply tell you what happened.
Right. OJ has never, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know. He's never written a book, has he? He's never written fiction?
No.
You know what? Louis C.K. makes a really good point because it's a little known fact that we're starting to, write about our careers and stuff. And it comes so easy.
Yes, yeah.
We got 40 to 50 pages done of just stories. We're not really sure where we're going yet.
I could rattle out things that have happened in my life, like a typewriter. I got no
Even
problem.
When you tell stories about your dad and your home life, it's incredibly interesting because you're just telling what really happened because you were there and it happened.
I was there, it happened.
But if you had to write a story about a family or about two guys on a radio,
I couldn't do it.
No, it would just be like, and then they got another show. Yeah. That was nice.
But that's the point I'm trying to make because I have attempted to do other writings. It's like, oh, this is garbage.
And you read it, it's like,
this is awful.
He jumped into the car and turned the ignition key.
Yeah, right.
This sounds stupid.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but if you murdered somebody, that kind of memory is so etched. So that the memory of getting in the car and what you felt as you started.
It's compelling.
It's really compelling.
It's written in a way that is very compelling because it's coming directly from the mind of the guy that killed these two people. Without a doubt.
Yeah, we wrote about the Voyeur bus. It came really easy to us. Really easy.
Yeah.
Because it happened. You didn't have to make up stuff. And try to over-explain and
he's writing things
details.
He's writing things you wouldn't think are interesting.
Yes.
And you wouldn't think me mumbling, oh my God, why did you do that? You wouldn't think to write that as an interesting fact.
Well, that's exactly it, is that if you were writing about a murder that you didn't commit, then you would just say, I cut their throats and threw the knife away and ran off.
Right.
The moment, if you really cut somebody's throats, the moment you'd never forget, and that would feel like 10 pages long in your head, is just standing there, looking at yourself with blood all over your body.
When it's over.
And knowing that, not understanding why or how you did it, and feeling like this moment is the moment I'm going to live for. He's still living that moment. Obviously, he's written it. So
I think that moment, that's probably why you don't get this description of the murder itself. We were saying during the commercial break, if you want the description of the murder, because you're getting this blacked out OJ, you 1 minute he's yelling, the next minute he's standing there covered in blood. If you want what happened in between, go to the trial transcripts, and forensics will tell you exactly how both of those people were killed, how the knife moved, and how they were standing. They know all of that.
That's what everybody already knows.
So they know that.
But what you don't know is what it felt like.
It felt like. And if I could equate it to something, it might seem a little weird. and like we would do, but sex itself.
Yeah, sure.
When you and I and Jimmy have sex?
Yes, all the time. It's great. Take some kind of like kinky sex act you do, or something. You're a little drunk and you decide to shave stuff off, or you do something that's really like a lot of fun, sexually exciting, and then once you're done. Once the moment of truth is done and you look around at the bed and there's toys on it and like clippings, hair clippings, and like just all kinds of crap, and then you go like, oh God, what a weirdo! You know? And the cleanup part is all degrading.
Yes.
Like that's the part that sticks out in your head. Like
right.
You got to wipe things off and put them away, and that's the part that's like, ugh.
Pint of Haagen-Dazs in the corner. Oh God, what did I do?
Why speculate? Let's just stop the speculation.
Yeah.
When you're rinsing your mouth 30 times with hydrogen peroxide.
Say that.
Why? Dominatrix puts on her clothes.
Say it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Great idea at the time. But he was caught up in that rage, that sexual moment.
Yeah.
But
then the aftermath is when you look around and go, oh my God, what happened? And that's the part that's like...
No, that's what, like, me and Nick DiPaolo were talking about sex on the road, when you're on the road doing stand-up, and when you meet somebody and have sex with them. The moment that we describe, the juicy moment, that is the best part, is that metallic sound of the hotel room door clicking closed when she leaves. Like a tink, and you're like, yes! Room service, TV, shower.
Mission accomplished.
Yes, get her out. That's the moment you don't like, ooh, then she did this, that. You don't remember that. You don't care about what you did to your genitalia.
The getaway, the escape.
Here's the deal with the O.J. book, too. I mean, if he's going to write like this, if I did it type of thing, and he didn't really do it, he would describe the murder in detail, because that would have been the juicy stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
To get to that point, and then all of a sudden I'm covered with blood. You wouldn't do that if you were trying to hook people into reading your book.
Exactly
you would actually come up with everything. So it leads me to believe, once again, that he either blacked out or he was scared of the law.
Maybe. No, I don't think...
I wasn't sure if this could, send him down a road.
A little of both.
I don't think he's scared of the law.
So then he had to have blacked out.
I think
he knows
he's
he did
scared,
it, but he blacked out.
He's scared to absolutely say, I did this.
Right.
He's scared of that because, believe it or not, there's still public that accept him.
Right.
That don't think he did it, that let him into their restaurants and treat him like the star that he was beforehand, and he loves that lifestyle.
I don't know who they are.
Right, the Jews.
That's right.
Those apologetic Jews.
That's right.
But they don't. He doesn't want to come out and say it. Also, I think to get descriptive about exactly what he did, if it doesn't coincide with the actual forensics, it takes away the credibility of the rest of his story, which seems odd. You would think you would want to not have the credibility that I killed these people, but...
sorry, go ahead. Because I have a question.
Yeah, it just seems like he would want to keep everything consistent with the trial and everything that happened.
But you're the one that read a lot of this last night. Do you think he blacked out during the murder?
No. I don't think he blacked out. I
just think he's holding back. I
think he's one of those people that can get into that rage where, as you're doing it, you don't care. And then the second you're done, you go,
That's how you get it
Christ.
Done. That's how you do it.
Like normal people, you punch a wall when you're mad. You don't want to punch a friggin' brick wall. It's going to hurt your hand, dummy. But you do it anyway, and then afterwards you go, why the hell did I do that? Mm-hmm. That's times a billion.
I think he remembers what happened.
I think he remembers.
I think he wants people to know what this felt like so they can sympathize, so they can put themselves in it and go, wow,
Without the barbaric part where you'd hate him again?
He's just not, he didn't go into Tasmanian devil spinning and just cutting people apart.
No, he did it deftly.
There were like slitting of throats.
He says deftly. He actually brags about how deft he was. I took off the glove and grabbed the knife. And then I don't know what happened.
And then I don't know what happened.
All I can tell you is I nailed that maneuver.
That karate thing is interesting.
That's really interesting.
That to me is the interesting part of it. Is the karate
that pissed
stand.
him off.
Like, I'll bet you that stupid Goldman thought he could kick OJ's ass.
He's gonna
imagine that in your head.
I think,
How do you like? I'm
that
going to make up
OJ.
a whole story that didn't happen, and just for the heck of it, I'm going to create that this guy
karate
did karate and it annoyed me.
And it annoys me because how dare you think your karate can beat the OJ?
Yeah.
But you could see if that was real. Was he taking karate lessons?
He probably was if OJ put it in the book.
Here's the thing.
Well, if he did,
punch
was
Nicole
that
in the
out?
face? He probably punched Nicole in the face.
Yeah.
And then the guy jumped into a karate stance, and he just like, you gotta go. He probably punched her. He probably didn't start stabbing her.
If you think somebody was having sex with your wife and you punch your wife, I don't know, stop me when you stop relating to it.
I'm not married.
I know. And then a guy does a karate stance. It's like, oh, get out.
You're going to go, hey, excuse me.
Yeah,
you know,
you're gone.
You're not going to be banging her this evening.
Yeah.
I'm going to be killing you. That's pretty much what OJ said.
Exactly.
Because when he showed up, apparently there were candles lit inside her condo, and she was wearing this like little red number, I guess, or that white thing, whatever she was wearing. It was red afterwards, but that's for sure.
Did he pay for that condo?
He paid for everything.
And some young pretty boy who's gonna F your hot wife in your place where your kids are. He's certainly not right. But definitely men could react that way.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
It was well, you know what it was also? It was months of stories that he had heard about her driving around in the cars that he bought with these guys and stuff. So he was enraged. Regardless, some people can just blow that off and go, whatever.
He's not. That's what makes this definitely a confession, is that if he hadn't done it, it would have been how I did it technically. Just, hey, let's have some fun.
Here's a how-to.
Mm-hmm. But what he's saying is this
Murder for Dummies by OJ with a yellow cover.
Exactly. This is why, and this is how it felt.
Yeah.
Those are things you can't
That's the feeling.
make up.
How does OJ so know how someone feels standing there after they've butchered two people in pools of blood and know that feeling of maybe that coming back to reality? Exactly. Like you're in this fog of just this bloodlust thing going on, and then you come back from it. How does he know that happens?
And why would you speculate about that?
And why is that the thing you'd write about?
Right.
Why would you speculate about that?
I stabbed her.
Yeah.
If you had been tried falsely of killing someone you loved, and all of a sudden you're acquitted and the whole country thinks you're still... Why would you engage in this?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why would you take
yourself?
Taking realities in your life and meshing those into a reason to kill somebody?
Right. Yeah.
That's the thing that is psychotic.
Yep.
And would be, again, genius writing if it was
genius.
True. It's like, let's take a guy who's innocent of murder and take real things in his life and turn them into reasons to kill somebody he didn't kill.
Yeah.
And really, like, make it palatably real that you killed him and how it felt.
Yeah.
And then ease back into the reality of this innocent man trying to come up with things with fake...
I was in Chicago. I cut my finger on a shot glass that I threw when I heard she was murdered by me.
Weird about it being interrogated, even though none of it... oh, God.
Right.
Read this book.
It's so
Why would
odd.
they stop this book?
It
I
is
want to
a
read
great-
this.
The whole
That's what
thing's
amazes
available.
me. They wouldn't allow this book to be
The
published.
entire book's available now.
Not only that,
online.
people got fired because of this
Yep.
book.
Judith Regan?
Yeah, Judith got fired, right?
Well, this is odd because now people are questioning, were there two people at the scene, OJ and this Charlie guy, or was Charlie somebody else? But there wasn't any physical evidence of any other people at that location.
But why not this? Charlie was just standing there on the sidewalk.
All right, how about this line? How about this line? As they were walking away. When we last left you, OJ had just murdered two people. He was walking down the sidewalk, escaping the scene with his friend Charlie.
Stop.
I turned and looked behind me. Here it is. Behind me. Beyond Charlie. And saw a track of bloody telltale prints. Now, remember, his shoes had left just a trail of blood. We're talking pools of blood. If you've seen these murder scene pictures, they are gruesome.
Did the electric
pools
slide
of blood.
through her pancreas.
Exactly. Just horrific scenes of carnage. And now he turned to look behind him and looked beyond Charlie, who's walking behind him. And Charlie didn't muss up any of the blood prints that O.J. was walking.
He's like,
come on.
That can be explained. If you're Charlie and you didn't go over there to murder people, and you see your friend like losing his mind, killing these people, butchering them to death, and now you're leaving with O.J., you're going to be careful where you're walking.
It's dark. There's blood everywhere. O.J.'s leaving trails of it.
So you're thinking that he should have stepped in one of O.J.'s prints on the way out?
Absolutely.
No way.
There would be some evidence that guy was at a scene. You cannot be at that scene without something on you.
Didn't he say he just met him at a party or something?
Yeah, it was like a casual acquaintance.
You meet at a party who will die with that secret.
Right.
Who will dump clothes, who held evidence.
Held the clothes. I was saying...
And wouldn't just go right to the police.
Exactly.
I'm afraid of O.J.
That
Simpson.
is...
I barely know the guy.
Charlie, take this and just get rid of it. Okay, I'm going to deposit it at the police department,
and
O.J.
I'm going to watch this happen in the whole country for the next year.
I would just be yesing O.J. to death.
Yeah.
And then the second I left, find a cop and go, look, O.J. just murdered these two people. Yeah. Here's the evidence you'll need. I had nothing to do with it. Yeah. I told him about Nicole, and he went wild. I'm a witness to it. I'm willing to testify.
Well, yes. Obviously, Charlie's protecting possibly Al Cowling, so it's like throw everyone off the trail. Like, no, it's a guy that I met at a dinner party, or it's the other person that lives inside my head.
Don't you
But I can see that Charlie could leave the scene without leaving any evidence.
No, I don't think Charlie would think
way.
Because he was fine. You didn't do anything wrong. You just watched a guy kill his wife. You're walking innocently, like you're in shock that a guy. You're not thinking of evidence protection because you didn't commit a crime.
But Charlie wasn't at the epicenter of the murder scene.
What about this?
What if he took the knife from Charlie to kill these people?
Yeah, what's Charlie doing?
I just don't know how Charlie...
Hey, man, let's say Aunt and I are in this situation, and Aunt grabs a knife from me because he wants to go do some horrific thing. I'm backing up. I'm not moving forward closer to
to the action. To exit the same way.
Well, how about the first blast he takes into someone's chest with the knife? You're not going to... go, oh, my God, what the hell happened? Either run away or try to get O.J. off the guy. Charlie stood there and watched him butcher two people, slit their throats and everything. And Charlie just stood there.
Might have been too late.
As the dinner party acquaintance.
This is where the fact
that is a starstruck mother effer. Yeah. If he's going to stand there just to be with O.J.
This is where the fact that he's not, and then again, another amazing layer to the fiction.
Right.
That inside this completely true story, he has put a fake man who doesn't exist.
A fake guy, right.
And you can tell because if you ever write, the hard thing is called the keeping balls in the air, keeping a bunch of fires lit.
Right.
The people disappear if you don't keep mentioning them.
Yeah, and that's what happens to Charlie.
So Charlie keeps...
Charlie is the part of O.J. that didn't want to kill those people that night.
When you write fiction and when you write movies, you have to make sure people talk to each other so they know each other exists. Just little things that other people don't notice.
Right.
In order to make people real in a story, you have to make sure that everyone interacts with them and that they are mentioned often enough to not be forgotten. Yep. He doesn't do that. It's the one thing he doesn't do well in this story. That's completely true.
Well, hopefully on the next murder that he writes about, he'll do well. Charlie is the last bit of sanity O.J. had that night that was trying to get himself out of the situation. He kept telling him, leave, O.J., leave, let's go. He had the knife at one point. When Charlie had the knife, it was safe.
How do you deftly take off a glove and take a knife from someone?
And take a knife from
someone who's trying to keep it away from you.
Yeah.
Unless they're holding it. You need an assistant.
Right.
Hold it.
Your knife, Mr. Simpson.
Yes.
Well, let's read through this. Let's read through this page because then we're going to move on to other things. We're late for another break, believe it or not.
All right. He turned
by way too fast.
Why the name Charlie? Why not some really interesting name like Kensington?
I look beyond Kensington. There was a track of bloody telltale prints. I've got to get rid of these effing clothes, I said. Without even thinking about it, I kicked off my shoes and began to strip. I took off my pants, shirt, dropped the knife and shoes into the center of the pile and wrapped the whole thing.
Scene.
Right. Yeah, at the murder scene. He dropped the whole thing in the middle of the clothes, wrapped it up into a tight bundle. I left my socks on, though. I don't know why, but I didn't see blood on them. Little details are great that O.J., the fiction writer, comes up with. So I had no reason to remove them. As I stood with the bundle grasped in my left hand, I realized that I left my keys and wallet in the pants. I felt... to a crouch and dug for them and noticed that my hands were shaking. Charlie stood there all the while mumbling.
That's where he cut his hand.
Yeah, could have.
Where?
The knife was in amongst his clothes, and he dug in there to get his
keys and wallet, maybe.
Hands, and he cut his finger.
God. Because when he slugged
That's why he doesn't remember, because he cut it in. He just cut it in there. His hands were shaking.
Could have been.
That's how you cut your finger. That's the only way you cut your finger, and you don't. He actually didn't remember.
And they found dripping blood, drops of blood at his house that came from his wounded finger.
Yes.
So it was a recent wound. It wasn't
Nobody
something.
cuts their finger that is dripping blood without knowing how.
Unless you just killed 2 people and you're in shock.
So he goes
That's what he should have said to the cops. How am I supposed to know where I cut my... I just killed 2 people, man.
2 people. Oops.
So if he goes for his wallet and his keys and he cuts his hand.
Might have cut his hand there.
Interesting.
That during the murder.
Charlie stood there all the while mumbling, Jesus Christ, OJ, Jesus Christ. He just kept repeating himself like he'd lost his goddamn mind or something.
Ooh.
So Charlie lost his mind at that point. Poor Charlie.
But OJ was fine.
Will you shut the F up? I snapped. I found my keys in my wallet and rewrapped the bundle. Then I stood there and hurried across the dark alley. Then I stood up and hurried across the dark alley. Charlie followed, still mumbling. I got behind the wheel and Charlie climbed into the passenger seat. Jesus Christ, OJ, he said. Jesus Christ. Will you shut the F up? Charlie recoiled, startled, and shut up. I started the Bronco and pulled out, the tires squealing, and raced through the curved alley toward Montana Avenue. When I reached the end of the alley, I made a left on Montana, immediate right at the corner onto Gretna Green. San Vincent was a block away. I made a left there. It's the OJ navigation system.
I turned on K-Rock.
Took it all the way to Bristol.
Too much detail.
Then hung a right on Sunset and made a left there toward home. I glanced at Charlie. He was hunched over his elbows. On his knees, his face buried in his hands.
See, again, he doesn't describe Charlie getting in the car.
No.
Charlie gets in the car magically because he doesn't exist.
Charlie got the passenger seat. He just
Charlie was in the passenger seat, yeah.
Where does he say that?
Anthony read it.
Yeah.
Charlie climbed into the passenger seat, saying Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. What happened back there, Charlie?
If you looked into that alley, you would have seen one man going, oh, what'd I do, Jesus Christ.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. He's talking to himself.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what you would have seen.
Mm-hmm. Charlie, he should have called Charlie Kitty Carryall.
George Glass.
Mr. Pibbles.
Let's see. Charlie, face buried in his hands. What happened back there, Charlie? I said. Charlie sat up. His cheeks were wet with tears. He shook his head from side to side and shrugged. I thought back to the horrific scene at the courtyard and at all the blood. I've never seen so much blood in my life. It didn't seem possible. It didn't seem real. Charlie? He still didn't answer. But what the hell? This wasn't really happening.
There's no Charlie.
That hadn't been me back there. I'd imagine the whole thing. I was imagining it then. In actual fact, I was home in bed, asleep, having one of those crazy crime of passion dreams. One of those crazy I murdered my wife dreams I always have. But I was going to wake up any second now. Yeah, that was it. Only I didn't wake up. We were still on Sunset. I passed the light on Burlingham. I made a sharp right onto Rockingham. Tearing up the winding hill toward the house. As I approached the gate, I saw a limo moving toward Rockingham, the Rockingham gate from Ashford, and remembered I had a flight to catch. I drove past my house and past the limo, and in the side mirror, I saw the taillights flare up as it pulled to a stop in front of my gate. The driver had probably been waiting on Ashford out of sight, and I wondered if he'd already called the house. I had no idea what time it was. I looked down at the Broncos clock and saw it was 10:37. I'm supposed to be in that limo in 8 minutes.
Jeez.
So remember, and then again, it's like remembering, feeling like this couldn't possibly have happened when it didn't actually happen.
The further you get from the scene, too, you would think
he starts
that
to
didn't happen.
This is the dovetailing into the reality that he's fakely created.
Yeah, this isn't.
And then what was his flight? He had a 10:45 pickup for an
11:45 flight.
He only gave himself an hour?
It was before 9/11.
He's OJ. He runs through airports.
Yeah.
The commercials.
And there was a time you could get through security like that.
Yeah.
No
remember. Problem.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm a murderer or something.
No. Oh. Just remember to jump over that guy tying his shoes.
Exactly. Remember that? Go, OJ, go.
Well, we can read this all day. There's so much more. Maybe later on in the show we'll get back on it.
He murdered those people.
It's available online.
Yeah.
Great read. It's a great read.
Anthony read all night.
I highly recommend the fiction writer OJ. Looking forward to his next works.
All right, we're going to get into some other things after the break. Louis C.K. in studio. Louis, you promoting anything there?
Shameless, my new HBO special is coming out on DVD June 26th.
Very,
so please
very cool.
buy it.
I think a lot of our listeners will definitely buy that.
Okay.
Right now, for a random caller, if you're in the New York area, we got a pair of tickets to the premiere of Live Free or Die Hard on June 22nd at Radio City Music Hall. Of course, Bruce Willis is back as John McClane. The only way to live free is to die hard in theaters June 27th. But we got a pair of tickets so you can go to the premiere this Friday. Give us a call, 877-212-5762. Just make sure you can use the tickets because we're being heard all over the country. All right? More with Louis C.K. in just a bit. It's Opie and Anthony.
I will. Do you? With Mount Wednesday.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A, uncut and live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe. Wow, we got bored during the commercials.
Yeah, we did a little bit.
It's Opie and Anthony, Louis C.K. in studio, and, we got the Pal Talk thing happening. And it kind of pissed us off. The other day, we're reading in the paper that some station, where are they, Providence? Where are they? Where is 670 The Score from? Chicago? They're out of Chicago? Are you sure? Anyway, it was in the paper that this radio show was going to be using Pal Talk, and they're one of the first radio shows to use Pal Talk.
Yeah.
To bring their listeners a little closer to the experience of the radio show.
Yeah.
And we're like, hello? Everyone knows at this point we put Pal Talk on the map.
Pal Talk and radio shows. That's it.
Yeah.
Why not admit where you got the idea from? That's all we're asking for.
Yeah.
So we checked out their little Pal Talk room, and they had 10 people in there today. So we had decided to what there?
Room raid.
Yeah.
We told all the people in our room, we got hundreds of people in our room, to just go there and chat with them.
Yeah.
And I'm just reading things that are coming up, most of which I cannot. You suck, bitches. This room sucks.
They are attacking them. White Sox suck.
So you can see the guy, too?
Yeah, the guy.
There he is.
With a befuddled look on his face.
Here's the beauty of radio. This is happening right in front of the guy's face. He's not honest enough to at least admit that it's happening. He's just looking down and reading up stupid box scores, making believe he doesn't see what's going on right now. This is what radio's all about right here.
Frunkus.
Douches like this.
A lot of frunkuses coming through. Calling him a gravy leg.
And he's just sitting there.
Gravy leg.
Barry Bonds didn't hit a homer last night. Why don't you talk about what's really happening right in front of your face, you loser?
Oh, they're just attacking him. The score equals Moose C.
Little call back from 2 days ago, Jimmy, huh?
Oh, they're really ruining.
Someone just wrote vagina. No comment about it. No, nothing. Just the word.
That's perfect.
This is just...
There you go. Look at that. Why don't you make believe this isn't going on? There you go.
Calling him a kid toucher.
Jesus.
Oh, it's great. Half the stuff we can't even read on the air, unfortunately.
You know the local media is probably monitoring that room today because he just talked about how that they're like in Pal Talk.
This
and now
terrific new thing that he invented.
They're going to be looking at this and seeing them just being attacked with Opie and Anthony.
Yeah. Look at this guy.
The text is scrolling by so fast, too.
Can't even read it.
Pounding him. Oh, my God. Get AIDS. Someone spammed him with get AIDS.
It's going by so fast, it's like the Matrix green.
Yeah, that's all you're saying.
If he looks at it real hard, he can see himself.
This sucks. He's coming up all over and over again.
You suck. Silly geese. I can't read anything. It's so fast. They're attacking them. It's like watching somebody be pummeled by 30 people.
Yeah,
it's watching a mob attack.
We have completely taken over that room, and we will every day now. This is what we do.
You were not the first station to use Pal Talk, you douche. Pal sends a message.
Hey, what happened? They signed off.
They just signed off.
Yeah, douches. There you go. There's real radio for you.
They signed off.
Not only are they not acknowledging what's going on, they signed off. They don't want to be part of this.
Oh, that is funny.
I say that we have to find out what room they start up next, because he's probably just going to start a different room and then say it on his awful radio show.
Fine, we'll figure it out. We're live in Chicago right now. We got a bunch of people listening on WCKJ. Find out what the next room he signs on as.
Now they're just attacking a room. They're just attacking each other.
Yeah, they're
just the guys yelling Opie and Anthony.
The Cubs win. Doing their John Sterling impressions. Mike North, 670 The Score. Mike's accomplishments include receiving the Entertainer of the Year. Receiving the Entertainer of the Year award by the Special Children's Charities.
Well, he did get the urge the Irv Cup Synod Award, and we all understand the Irv Cup Synod Award.
What? Wow,
it's a big get. He also received Man of the Year in 1999, and a World's Greatest Dad Cup someone handed him. Worst awards I've ever heard in my life. He received a "You're a Good Guy" shirt from a friend once.
The Ellis Island Medal of Honor.
What the hell is that?
It's just something you buy at the gift shop.
Is it at Ellis Island? Yeah. You're leaving.
He received an iPod that he bought at the store.
He won the Silver Circle Award. What is that?
From the National Conference for Community and Justice of Chicago and Greater Illinois.
No.
That's a long name for an organization.
Wow, this is some impressive award.
Mike was honored as of 2006 as an inductee into the Chicagoland Sports Hall of Fame.
The first radio broadcast ever to be inducted. No, the first radio broadcaster that wanted to be in that horse crap.
Media Excellence Award from the National Italian-American Sports Hall of Fame. But I got one of those.
How many groups are there?
If you join any of these groups, you are going to then get an award 5 minutes later. Because you just walked in the door and, oh, God, somebody came in.
I like how he received an award from the Media Excellence Award from the National Italian-American Sports Hall of Fame, yet he's not proud enough to use his real name because it's Mike North. Where's his Italian last name?
Yeah, wait, he's back in the room.
All right, he's back in the room. You fat piece of crap.
Oh, is he? He's back in the room?
Yeah, he is.
I'm going to lose audio for a second. Sorry.
There you go.
Fellas.
All right, good job.
That's good.
Good job, boys and girls. Good job. Continue.
They're calling it 670 the Boar. I love wordplay.
The Boar.
Just admit where you got the idea from, you loser. Hey, we got Marge from Little Shelter on the line. Let's get a Marge update. Hey, Marge.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Marge. Shut up.
How are you today?
Let us start. For once, let us start the conversation. Marge.
We always monopolize Marge's conversation.
Marge, I said shut up. Thank you. We had a cute little...
Good morning, Marge.
Marge.
May I just say
Oh, my God. No, you can't say it. Marge. Shh.
Opie.
Go ahead, Marge.
Shut up, Jimmy.
Hi, Marge.
I just wanted to say that the guy that answers the phone before you get on is the sweetest, loveliest.
Oh, yes, little girl.
He just kind of prepares you for the battle ahead.
Oh, does he?
He really does. He softens you up, and he makes you think everything is...
You soften everyone up, Marge. I've seen pictures.
And then, well, you know that after I had the conversation with you, I had to go back to bed. I was, like, worn out.
Good.
Yeah.
You should be.
Nice.
I'm going to explain to Louis C.K. what's going on with Marge from the Little Shelter out there in Long Island. First of all, Marge, we had a cute, feel-good story this morning.
Yeah, it was great. You'd have loved this. It was an animal story.
You like animal stories, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, the 62-year-old guy in Florida, he was doing something with his garbage, and he saw a cat. Saw an old cat looking at him.
Aww.
And he noticed that the cat didn't run away. He also noticed that the cat was a bobcat.
A bobcat.
So what do you think this guy in Florida did to the bobcat?
I don't know. You tell me.
I choked it out until it died.
All right, gentlemen.
He had to choke it because it attacked him, and it had rabies.
I wish that guy was on the phone right now because I would love to hear Marge's
take on the choking out of the bobcat.
Yeah.
Gentlemen?
Yes, Marge.
Yeah. So he had to choke out the little fella to save his own life.
You know what? I don't care what you say. I know you really love animals. That's why I permit myself to be so degraded. But I'm getting...
Talk about your personal life.
You know, I've been getting calls from people.
Wait. I got to set up the bit.
From Ramon or Frunkus?
Yeah, right.
Who's calling?
Louis C.K. has no idea why we're talking to Marge.
I think I remember this woman. Does she have a shelter for animals?
Yes, the animal shelter.
She calls up with the craziest requests. The other day, Marge calls up and said she needed Viagra for the animals.
For one of the dogs, there's a female dog that needs the Viagra because she has a heartworm problem, and the Viagra opens up the blood vessels.
Oh, I thought the worms were soft and she wanted to harden them.
We were thinking that maybe Marge is doing something with the animals, and the animals are like, yeah, so they need a little help.
First of all, before we get into the nitty-gritty of this situation,
did you get your Viagra?
We have gotten 300. Listen to me, 300 pills have been promised.
Really?
As far away as California. But the thing that I want to tell you guys...
Know what's great about Marge? She'll keep battling. That's why you have to jump in. She pretty much admitted on our show that she needs people to sell. To mail drugs.
Drugs through the mail. Illegal prescription drugs.
Prescription drugs. You can't mail this stuff without a prescription there, Marge.
No.
The authorities are coming to get you and your stupid animals. What?
Why do I think Opie is more sympathetic?
To animals?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Wow, you sure don't know the show.
You're going to try that. That's interesting. No one has tried that angle before.
Okay, listen. Before I go and tell you some interesting stories, which I know you're going to just kill me for.
Uh-huh.
You remember I made a suggestion yesterday?
That we go down to the little shelter and do a live broadcast from the little shelter.
Do you know how many animals' lives would be saved because of that, Jess?
3.
Three on the nose.
Yes. 3 goats and an iguana died.
You guys will have a special place in heaven if you do that.
Special place in heaven?
Well, I'd rather roam free and have access to the whole heaven.
Yeah, I don't want a special
you guys
place.
Stay in this room.
I thought the whole
with
place
the other
was
animal
special.
lover idiots.
What happened?
Yeah.
I want to just float around.
There's a rope. There's bars you can't get into. VIP rooms that aren't VIP rooms. There's a back room that's better. It's the same in heaven?
Yep.
Sweetheart.
Are there booby bars in heaven?
Yeah.
I don't know what's in heaven.
Oh, we'll say that for Pot Talk on Monday.
But I know that there is a special place in heaven.
Yeah, it's probably next to a litter box. That's where you want to be in heaven, in the bathroom near a litter box.
You do
smelling that.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Knowing me, I would do this nice gesture. I'd go to heaven, and then I have to spend an eternity with a room full of cats, and I'm allergic to the damn things.
We have never gotten as much publicity as we have because of it.
Marge.
But all for the wrong reason.
Yes.
Marge, you don't need 300 Viagra pills for this little thing.
It's a little darling little girl that she is.
Marge, honestly, let me ask you an honest question. Has the shelter been hurt by the fact that you're a whore?
How?
Okay, I just want to tell you that there's been people that are writing and calling in.
Yes.
And some of these things are really hysterical. Now, I cannot, as you cannot say certain things on the air, I cannot say this word, but I can sort of tell you it starts with F and ends with N. And this person said...
Wait, starts with S, ends F, and ends with N?
Yeah.
Fun? Because you bring none?
and
hold on, let's think of a word.
What is the word?
This woman said...
Is there a U in there?
No,
an apostrophe?
What? I got this...
Hold on, Marge.
Or man said...
Starts with F, ends with N.
And ends with N pills. Don't do what they're supposed to do. I may as well give them to the dog.
Starts with F.
Oh.
Ends with N.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so this woman's husband isn't getting...
right, it's not working.
Up, so she's going to give it to your dog.
Wait, all right. Wait, the female is saying these pills don't work, right?
Yeah.
Because the guy is using the pills for some young chippy.
Yes,
dummy.
Opie, listen.
That's what when they show Viagra commercials, they shouldn't show a guy who looks like, oh, geez, I just can't. They should show this woman. Look at this woman who's as ugly as your ugly, smelly wife.
This woman
Here's a pill.
And a lot of these.
So you can.
All
right. They should show a guy with a. Shut up, Marge. Yeah. They should show a guy with a satisfied fat chick, and then he's bilking her out of her life savings. Like how great Viagra can be for you financially. She's crumbled in an emotional mess on a hotel floor.
When I can
You're skipping.
Yes, Marge.
With millions.
Yes, Marge.
Okay. Got an email saying everyone in the office is sneaking one pill from her husband's bed. Most of us agree that the dog deserves the pill more than the guys.
But you don't need that many pills.
Sounds like a movie with Lily Tomlin in it. And
I'll make this public enough.
Girls, let's get all the Viagra from our
I have a feeling that
no good husbands.
I have a feeling that Marge is selling Viagra.
To that dog. Some Dolly Parton comedy that nobody wants to see.
Can I just...
I have a feeling that she's selling Viagra out the back door at the little shelter.
I'm going to have to go back to bed again.
No, you're fine, Marge. How's the catatorium doing?
Why do you have to go back to bed again? Is the Viagra kicking in at the shelter?
I don't need Viagra.
Well, we didn't think you did.
Okay?
You give it to the dogs and then you pull out the peanut butter.
I do not.
We've heard the stories. I've seen the videos.
I do not need Viagra.
How is wasn't the roof leaking on the catatorium or the catateria? What is that called?
It's a cattery.
The cattery. Wasn't the roof leaking?
We need money.
Were you plugging it up with Viagra?
And, you know, if you would be so kind as to do a remote from Little Shelter...
Do you understand, Marge? Marge, listen to me for a second. You know about animals and the shelter and everything. We know radio. Do you know how utterly boring it would be for us to actually broadcast from a shelter? What? Yeah, Ope, how you doing today? Just like yapping cats and dogs and hissing cats. What would we say? Give us a good break.
I make you a bet.
You direct right now. Give us a break that we would do from the little shelter. Go.
If you let them kill 3 cats during the show.
That's what I suggested.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I bet you, and you can ask your producer and all the directors and all the...
you think we have directors and producers? You heard this show before?
It can't be. Really, none of your animals deserve to die to give publicity to the others. Just choose your 3 least favorite cats and kill them on the air, and your shelter will be gold-plated.
Louis onto something.
Yeah.
If you choke out a cat right now live on our show, we will do
a remote.
A remote from Little Shelter.
You know there's one cat in there that you're just like, shut up, I hate this cat. Even Marge, there's one that you're just like, oh, I hate this cat.
You know you're putting at least one cat down today because we know what you're really about. So why don't you just choke it out live on the show, knowing it's going to be dead anyway by the end of the day, and then we get some good radio, then we go down there and give you some boring radio.
Now, we've been voted the best shelter on Long Island. Okay?
Wait, hold on, Marge. Who voted?
Yeah, who voted? I didn't get a ballot.
Was there a booth with a hole in it?
It was the people who gave Mike North the Man of the Year award.
Yeah,
they're the ones who gave her the...
Who is Irv Cupsinet?
What?
Who is Irv Cupsinet?
I don't know.
Cupsinet. He's very big in Chicago.
Don't say his name, and don't...
No, that was the award.
Oh, it was.
Mike North received the Irv Cupsinet Award.
I thought he was like a reporter or something, a writer.
Wow. I don't know. Maybe you know more than us about radio there, Marge. Maybe we should do a remote.
Hey, Marge. You getting any action or what?
Yeah, Marge.
Let's
let us know.
A little bit.
We want to know a little bit more about
We want to know a little bit about Marge. You know so much about us. When was the last time you had a little romp in the hay?
Yeah.
Not saying.
Come on.
Come on.
Now,
who was president?
No, you can ask me certain questions.
With a non-white. When's the last time you rolled around with a non-white?
Gentlemen.
Yes.
If you come to Little Shelter...
How close did you get to having relations with the dog? Let's get into this for real.
About my personal life.
What?
Oh?
What?
I saw a picture of Marge. I think she's a goer.
How old is Marge?
I think she'll go.
Marge, how old are you?
Not saying.
You should be on a smuggler's
All right, Marge, last time that you did have an evening with a gentleman, did you feel, right afterwards, did you feel good or silly?
Oh, that's a good question.
Or
I'll
sad?
answer that question.
That's a good question.
Give me 3 options.
Okay, silly, sad,
unconscious, hog-tied.
3. Give me 3.
Black and blued.
Did you?
Go ahead, 3.
Okay, delicious.
Ashamed.
Ashamed.
A good one.
Delicious, ashamed, or
wanting more.
Or sleepy. Or up $15.
I will answer the question.
Okay.
How'd you feel?
All right, Marge.
Delicious.
Yuck. That's what the dog thought.
Why'd you feel delicious?
Delicious, Marge. Yeah.
I'm saying.
Why?
Because it's personal.
Because she's a sexy woman.
Is it a man you see from time to time, or what?
Yep.
Oh, you're not married?
Are you married?
Nope.
He is, though, right?
Nope.
Oh, there was a pause
What was
there.
the pause?
We know all about the pause.
I don't mean the pause that you're, cutting off.
Can we
We're not talking about the paws and their marks on your back.
You have to put oven mitts on all the German shepherds so they don't scratch Marge up.
Do you at least let the cats watch?
Oven mitts.
Now,
Do you at least let the cats watch? Because
Those dew claws are a bitch.
They have to tape the oven mitts so they don't fall off the German shepherd's hands, and he just feels silly.
You know the cats are watching because they're voyeuristic freaks. Come on, Marge.
The big things, and don't make us think
What?
about the big things.
What?
One of the surprising things, as I said, is how many women are responding.
Oh, really?
And listen to this.
Okay.
This is a little tidbit. That my girlfriend and I were watching the news and saw Ingrid. We are both dog lovers, so we decided to make a supreme sacrifice and send 10 pills. Now, wait. She says, we don't do it that often anyway.
Well, but see, what you don't understand, Marge, is the guy is still doing it somewhere else.
These are women, honey.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, she's saying we don't do it often.
Did you know that women take Viagra, too?
Yeah, I've heard.
So, I mean, this is...
Wayne in Franklin Square, you're on with Marge from the Little Shelter.
How you doing, boys?
Hey.
Little Jimmy.
Hi.
Marge, I represent an auto parts store in Franklin Square, Long Island. It's called US 1 Auto Parts. We will donate $500 to the Cattery of Little Shelter if you club a puppy over the head with a miniature souvenir baseball bat.
Marge, will you hit a puppy on his head with a little souvenir baseball bat for $500 for your Cattery?
This is an excellent...
I would hit him with a club, and I don't want the $500. He should just pass away.
No, not Wayne from Franklin Square.
Wayne.
A puppy.
The puppy.
Just pick one of the dogs you're putting down today anyway.
Nobody touches a hair on any animal's head.
Wait, let CBS make some money.
Little Shelter.
Hold on. Let CBS make some money. How about with one of those Bud Light baseball bat bottles?
Oh, nice.
We can get it sponsored.
How come, gentlemen,
yes.
how come you
Yes,
don't
Marge.
put a call through from a person that understands our plight?
You really you think the board is lit up?
No, they are. You know, Marge is...
But how about
Hold on, Marge. You're right. When you're right, you're right. You know, we like to have all voices heard on our show, so we do have one of those. It's Matt in Connecticut. You're on
from Connecticut, a very civilized state, Marge.
Yes, they're very... Yes, exactly. Go ahead, Matt. You're on with...
Matt, you're on with Marge from Little Shelter.
Good morning, Matt.
I think it'd be more interesting if you hit the puppy with a fucking golf club.
Well...
Matt, you're not allowed to say that word.
Tee it off in the front yard.
What, golf club?
Come on, guys. Do me a favor.
But this is a great formula. You can
One call.
Half your animals will live like kings. The other half get hurt badly.
All right, look, give us a call.
Seems like a pretty good...
Give me one.
Give us a call. Serious comments only for Marge and serious inquiries only, please.
We are in America, and, you know, we should run your shelter like we run America. Some people have it really good, and others...
Other people have to...
Others don't have it too
other people are homeless.
Right, so... I'm telling you right now, if you do something unusual to one of your pets at a Little Shelter, we'll open the floadgates.
Other pets will prosper.
Then we'll never be able to see eye to eye.
Marge, she's so rational.
She's so solemn.
Marge,
yes?
Think of this. Look, could you just get one of the dogs and just smack him across the face so he goes, burr, burr. Just one little yelp from the dog.
That would be worth $100 from me.
That's I'm throwing in another $100.
Yeah, we got $200 right there.
I'll give $500.
$700 we're up to.
I can smack Matt across the face.
No, just smack the dog till it goes.
I would. You guys.
He'll forget he's a dog. He won't even remember why you smacked him. And then you'll have money for the Cattery.
I hit my dog all the time by mistake.
Yeah.
And she thinks like sometimes I'm turning around and I elbow my dog. Shut up for a second. Like I don't even know this woman. I'll elbow my dog in the eye by mistake.
That's an accident.
She yelps and looks at me like I'm sorry that I was standing
the
here.
dog did something wrong.
And I can't explain. My dog does not believe that it's an accident. My dog thinks I hit her on purpose.
Right.
And then it goes. And then I pet her on the head. It's
and
over.
they forget it.
Yeah.
How about we?
I have sex with her, but that's another.
All right, hold on. We have to take a break, Marge. I think it's only fair that we take a couple serious questions for you.
Yeah, we're going to get a bunch of people that want to talk to you about the Little Shelter. So could you hold on the line throughout the commercials, Marge? Marge?
Hello.
You hold on through the commercials.
Shut
up. We have to go to a commercial, Marge.
I know, but I have to take a whiff of oxygen.
Oh.
Are you kidding?
Okay, do that.
Yeah, you know what? That's
Light a cigarette at the same time.
That's what half the dogs are saying over there, but they don't get that opportunity.
Not
now,
oxygen.
do they?
Okay.
Zyklon B that she's dropping through the cattery roof.
It's Opie and Anthony. Just phonies all over the place. Good story, Louis. We'll have to...
Phonies.
I don't know if we have time to tell it now. It's Opie and Anthony, Louis C.K. in studio. His HBO special comes out on DVD in a week.
June 26th.
June 26th.
Shameless.
Nice. Tuesday.
That's right.
Everything comes out on a Tuesday.
That's right.
It's going to do very well with our audience.
I hope so.
I guess you. It's a good story. You got into a text battle with Mancow.
Yeah, Mancow. I'd been on his show in Chicago before, and he liked me, and he took my phone number, so I always get these texts from him saying, hey, I'm going to be on Fox News, like he promotes to me and his other text pals, I guess. And and when Imus went off the air, the first thing he wrote to me was, I'm going to get Imus's job. That's what he really wants.
Oh, yeah.
Job.
And then when he didn't get Imus's jobs, by the way, he's blaming us because he's basically saying now to the people that will still listen to him and think that he's not full of crap.
Yeah, they don't like me over there because I don't support Opie and Anthony.
I tried Opie and Anthony. That's why they didn't give me the Imus station.
Yeah, that's why.
He just lies through his teeth.
He also said that CBS. I just saw something. I think it was either on online or in one of the newspapers. It was some that's what it was. Some real small town local yokel newspaper thing that was online, and he said that they offered him the job that we have right now, the one that replaced David Lee Roth after he replaced Stern.
Right.
They offered him that job, CBS.
Yeah.
And I turned it down because I didn't want to go to New York.
Yeah, that's
what you don't want to do.
Yeah, but he would have come here to. But so then I saw him on Hannity. When you guys got suspended, I saw him on Hannity and Combs saying they should be thrown off the air. They're terrible people.
Liberals.
Yeah, and here's to me,
they're liberals. Yeah.
Nothing makes me madder than a guy who's a radio personality. Hoping for somebody else to get censored.
Exactly.
It's the most disgusting, especially because he just wants the airtime for himself.
Of course,
and he doesn't think that's going to bite him in the ass. Like 2 years from now, he's going to say fart and get fired.
And get
he
fired.
Doesn't know that it's going to get worse. And so I wrote him a little text just responding to his latest self-promotion and said, lose my phone number. I don't like you. You're full of BS. I saw you in Hannity and Combs. Go to hell. And he wrote back and said, hey, we're all full of BS.
Sure.
I'm looking forward to having you on my show and promoting your next project, like trying to remind me that somehow he's bread on my butter. Yeah. And I wrote back and said, no, really, lose my number. Don't write me anymore. You're disgusting.
Yes.
And we went back and forth a few times.
Louis C.K. get his HBO special on DVD this coming Tuesday.
Right.
Louis doesn't mince his texts.
And buy my stuff. If you don't hear it here, I'll be promoting on Mancow now.
Yeah, he's full of crap, and I think people are finally seeing what he's really about. Self-promotion. Doesn't give a crap who he's going to roll over to get there, and doesn't realize that they're going to come after him next.
Of course they
are.
And
he's a liar. He just lies.
He's had so many more FCC fines than we ever had. Mm-hmm. He's done despicable things in his career, but he wants to make believe he's not about that anymore.
No, and the great thing was that Sean Hannity defended you guys. He was like, not letting him do it. He's going, people can change the channel if they want. And Sean Hannity is a conservative.
Yep.
But he's irrational.
Yeah, Sean Hannity was great as far as our situation goes. Yeah. He was a sane voice on TV, and greatly appreciated that.
The only one.
We actually got to talk to him about the whole thing a couple weeks ago. He's a stand-up guy.
He's a good guy, man.
He didn't whatever.
Kennedy.
We could get into it another day when we have a little more time. We got Marge from the Little
Marge.
Shelter. Now, Marge.
Beat your dogs.
Hi, Marge. From
Beat
the
your dogs
Shelter.
for money.
That's the promotion we want to do.
That's what you should say.
Beat a dog for money for the cats.
Marge.
It's like a cartoon.
Marge, you promised me that you were going to have some nice calls.
Yeah, right. we've been going through the calls for the last 15 minutes.
It's very hard, but we've screened a few calls that are very supportive of you and the little shelter and your cause.
Let me just ask one question, which is kind of like when you ask a woman like for $10 million, and then you go, now we're just negotiating price that whole time. Yeah. Marge, if we raised $1 million for you, contingent on you just slapping one dog in the face.
The answer is no.
Really? $1 million, but think of it, to sacrifice one dog's feelings for a second to help all those other animals. Think about it.
Nope.
That's like a hero dog.
What about $100 million with which, if you had $100 million, you could save every dog and cat in the world?
Yeah.
You would literally save both species.
We know that we can.
You could change the name to the Big Shelter, finally.
Marge,
the Big Shelter.
Marge, you're not sane. We do this with humans. Why not with pets?
You would not slap a dog in the face
to save
are much
thousands.
nicer than people that just love.
How about Marge, how about this? Would you say for $50 take a thumbtack and stick a note to a dog's nose that says, I'm a dog and I suck?
That little leathery nose, all wet. All he would have is a little red dot there for about a week, and he'd be fine.
We're going to make Marge go back to bed again. You know this, right? Marge. Marge, just remember this. You got 300 Viagra pills coming illegally in the mail to the little shelter, thanks to the Opie and Anthony show.
Marge, could I ask you one thing?
Blood on the note.
For all the money you could imagine, would you just take a dachshund with those, or a basset hound, basset hound, right, with those big floppy ears, and hold the ears together above his head and staple them together so he looks silly?
Yeah.
No, but I would staple your ears.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
For $100,000, would you take a dog's face and just look at it and say, "You stink"?
Yeah. Would you even talk to a dog mean?
Yeah.
For $100,000.
For $100,000,
would you talk
would
mean
you tell
to
your
a dog?
favorite dog that he stinks?
Wait a minute. Let me think, because sometimes it's the tone in the voice.
No, you have to sell it. You got to sell it.
No, you got Marge, you got to sell it. Sell it like you're yelling at a guy who didn't satisfy you in bed.
$100,000. I could say something to
what?
One of my little friends like this.
What would you say?
Honey.
No.
Honey.
No, Marge.
It better be, honey, I'm sorry I chopped your nose off.
Can't start an insult with honey.
Marge, let me ask
that tone.
You made an offer. Now, let's see if you're going to stick to the...
I didn't make an offer. I said if.
The key word was if.
So
these are hypothetical situations like O.J.'s murder.
All right, then here's a hypothetical answer, okay?
All right, hypothetical answer.
For $100,000, right?
Yeah.
I would take a little face in my hand, and I would say to that little face, with a smile on my face,
"Aw.
Oh, sweetheart.
No.
I really don't like you that much."
Wow.
I would almost pay that.
That's almost good.
That's almost good.
I would pay $100 for that.
Where's the $100,000?
We said if.
I said it was hypothetical.
I would give you $100.
Marge, you got the 300 Viagra pills coming in the mail illegally. Yeah. Remember that. And when they bust you for drug trafficking, leave our names out of it.
How much ecstasy you need? That's going to be shipped to the little shelter. You're going to have mobsters coming to the back door looking for dope.
Marge, here's a real offer. Okay, the guys have been silly geese, so my apologies.
Yeah.
That's how I accept them.
Take a Chihuahua, and this is for $63.
$63.
And I want you to grab the Chihuahua by its ears, and I want you to squeeze its ears until your knuckles, until your fingernails are digging back into your own skin through its ears. And I want you to put your face by it with your old lady breath, and I want you to scream racial epithets into its face.
$63 there, Marge.
That's $63 roonies.
How about...
By the way, Marge, I have to thank you. I get the little shelter, the address labels all the time. So I it's got my name on it and my address, and I'm able to mail things out.
Yeah.
I throw away everything else that comes with it, but I use the address labels. Thank you.
Hey, let's get back to the Chihuahua. How about this? Let's just get silly with the Chihuahua and get him penis enlargement surgery.
Wouldn't that be funny? Them walking around.
Just give him
If you take a Chihuahua and have a friend of yours hold its paw and walk away from your friend, like 10 feet away, and your friend has to still be holding the paw. And you have to still have the Chihuahua in your hands.
You can figure out how that's done.
You could have $88.42.
Wow. Marge, let's calm you down. Marge, let's calm you down a little bit. We're running out of show on this side of the Opie and Anthony program. We got a little song we want you to hear. This will get everyone calm.
Okay.
This is like a fundraiser song. You know how they do it on the Jerry Lewis Telethon? They play music? Well, here you go.
Are you going to come to Little
If you like this song,
send your contribution.
Send your Viagra and all your illegal drugs to the little shelter out there in Huntington.
Have money.
Marge needs crystal meth.
Here we go. Starts off nice, right?
It's nice.
It's a sing-along.
This is good. It really is.
Feel free to...
It's pretty guitar.
Follow the bouncing balls.
When the game of life makes you feel like quitting, it helps a lot if you kill a kitten. Mark my
nice song.
words, 'cause from where I'm sitting, you can't go wrong if you kill a kitten.
Listen close, Marge.
I don't.
Here comes this part. You'll love it. Pretty.
There's no crime that you'll be committing. I know the law. You can, everybody, kill a kitten.
Come on, Marge.
Marge, sing along. It's Kill a Kitten. Come on, Marge. Ready? Kill a kitten. Come on, Marge, sing along.
You have no
Listen.
conscience.
Here's some
This
ideas.
should be on the song. Her saying that in the background. You awful.
Weren't the two of you ever young kids that loved dogs used to take a
Kill a kitten.
when you went to the fishing hole?
Kill a kitten.
Kill a kitten.
What is she saying?
Listen up.
She's just not happy with the song, I don't think.
Suggesting methods.
What, Marge?
Problem, Marge?
I said, didn't you take your little doggies with you when you went to the fishing hole?
Yes.
What the hell year is this?
It sounds like Anthony Hopkins. Didn't you take your little doggies with you?
I brought my
when
pit
you
bull.
went to the fishing hole, Clarice.
Yes, I'm Huck Finn, and my German Shepherd chased Jim into the water.
It was me, Weezer, and Jack. And Petey came along with us.
All right, Marge, we're running out of show.
If Huck Finn had a dog, German Shepherd, that book would have been one page thick.
So this is what we learned. We learned that Marge needs Viagra for the female dogs and bear traps, right?
No comment.
Money for the cattery.
She's tired. She's got to go back to bed.
We need money for the Little Shelter Medical Center.
Medical Center?
All right,
what
Marge.
the hell is this? It's something new every time. There's going to be a complex down Warner Road that takes up a mile long with all the money you're going to be getting.
Come on, guys.
All right, Marge.
All right, Marge, we got to go.
We got to go. Give generously to the Little Shelter.
We're kind of fading you out like you fade out the lives of some of those animals down there. Goodbye, Marge.
Turning on the gas.
Louis C.K., thank you.
Thank you.
He's joining us on the other side. But
of course.
Let's make sure everyone knows that the DVD for his HBO special comes out Tuesday, okay?
Shameless.
Louis C.K., everybody. If you're not joining us over there, have a good day. We'll see you.
Places, everyone. It's so odd not doing the show from the XM studio.
That's why we take such a long break in between shows. We're actually walking to another studio.
Yeah, it's very far, so it's further than the old one.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I guess they're, have they started the construction project?
Wait a minute. What? Because I hear Ron and Fez were doing the show from the little phone booth studio. So why can't they do it from the big studio if they haven't started work yet?
What do you mean they haven't started
Ron
work
and
yet?
Fez have... Dude, you know that little closet studio?
Uh-huh.
It's as big as that bathroom.
Uh-huh.
They have actually been doing their show. Could you imagine us trying to do that? Consummate professional, that Ron Bennington.
Are you acknowledging a show I have no interest in?
Wow. You're not going to the big wedding tomorrow?
Is that tomorrow?
Yes.
I'm definitely going.
Eastside Dave.
Hell no.
Casey, yeah.
I'm not going to
And
be part of that.
lovely Casey. Sham?
They're
in love. They're young and in love. It's
I thought
sweet.
it was a goof, too, until I saw them talking, and it really bugged me, because I've seen him naked. He's packing nothing. And I actually want to go to that.
It's got a flat Irish ass.
He's awful.
It's a sham.
Wait, is...
Ronnie should be running for the WWE at this point. Who are we kidding?
Wait, so are you going?
Stupid sham.
Stupid sham.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm going. It's, the Hard Rock Cafe.
Are you guys going to all be fooled?
Fooled?
When there's a confrontation and I ain't marrying you, and someone marches out.
Throws sand in someone's face and they get hit with a chair.
Yeah, exactly.
The only thing I'm thinking, and that's funny that you say that,
it's
because
going to end with an elbow to someone's face.
I'm thinking, should I give money as a gift?
Oh God, what is wrong with you?
Because I'm thinking, if they really get married, I got to give a gift.
Yeah.
But then if they're not, then I'll seem silly. I'll feel silly.
You brought this to the table a long time ago. You've been to weddings to the point where you know the marriage is never going to last. So you start with $200 in your envelope,
right, yeah.
And then you go to the bar and you start taking the money out of the envelope that you reserved for the couple.
Yeah, because you realize it's not going to work. Yeah. Dave's too much of a drunk for her, I think. Dave is just so drunk all the time.
I know what I think is going to happen tomorrow.
Get married, it doesn't matter until you have kids. It's just stupid. It's just dating.
Yeah, it is. It's dating with a contract.
Everybody.
Dating with a one-sided contract.
This is my prediction. Tomorrow, there is no wedding. Who's he marrying? Casey. All right. Casey admits that she's pregnant, and the place goes nuts, and then everyone's going to be like, ooh, that means this wedding's even...
But it's Earl's baby.
Thank you. You read my mind.
But that's so phony because everyone knows Earl doesn't even have sex.
That's the beauty of the thing. Then there's outrage, and then there's
that's what Ope says is going to happen.
A fight, and then Eastside Dave marches out.
You think that's the way it's going to happen?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what happens.
All right.
Is Fez going to be there? Is he here?
Fez. Okay. Poor Fez. Oh, was he a wreck yesterday?
Why was he a wreck
yesterday? He just started crying again. I feel so bad for the guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's on the air, and he made a mistake and said that Tiger Woods' Tiger Woods' son was named Sam. And that's like a plain name for a baby. And then it was pointed out that it's Sam, a girl.
Right.
And then Fez was like, oh, I got it wrong. And he started crying that he got it wrong. I'm sitting at home listening going, oh, my God, he's losing his mind. He's crying because he got it wrong.
He should be. That's how you respond to an error. You weep, and then you do a mea culpa on your knees and take a mouthful of... Why am I trying to... You suck dicks.
Yeah, right? Wait a minute.
I forgot where we were on XM.
It's weird. Very difficult. Walk over. You forget.
You forget that you can just
say cunt,
throw him out.
His vagina in
everything.
And maybe we can... Oh, this is still on!
Oh, no.
Of course it's
They'll
not
dump it out anyway. But, yeah, he started crying again because I guess his psych drugs weren't working as well as he thought, but he's just got to give it a little time. I think it's
a sweet boy.
It's one of those things. He's too emotional. He's too sensitive. So he made the mistake. Well, maybe that too. He's got to realize that he can make these little mistakes and it doesn't matter. And then Ron just lays into him.
Ronnie just goes with the flow.
Yeah. You made a big error. You know, you got the baby's sex wrong. That is a big mistake there, Fez.
And Sam probably after Sam Snead or something. I'm thinking he went with a golf name.
Okay. See, I didn't even think of that.
Because Sam is such a weird name to name your kid.
Do you think that's the end of Tiger, though?
Sorry to our own Sam, by the way.
Oh.
Is that
the end of Tiger and his...
He will see the baby maybe once a week.
Oh, yeah, nanny.
Yeah, he's too rich.
Yeah.
He'll have other people raise his kids.
Rich people really don't raise their kids like that.
Yeah. Have a putter in his hand and just 100 peek.
That's an investment.
Yeah, he'll hold the baby every once in a while when it's all cleaned up and it's burped and stuff.
That is an investment right there. Him having sex and having a baby is like buying a stock.
Yes.
For him. You hand that kid a golf club, and that is it.
Yep.
In a few years, that kid's going to be doing commercials. All he got to do is get old enough he's just got to be old enough to swing that club.
It's a girl.
And the endorsement deals. Him?
It's a girl, Sam.
Oh, I said him?
Yes.
Are you going to start crying?
I'm sorry. I'm an idiot.
I made that mistake with a mouth on my dick. I didn't cry. I thought it was a her.
Someone is suggesting that
it was a fabricated dick.
Yeah, that deserves tears when that happens. Oh, Jesus, it's a guy.
Someone is suggesting that Dave and Case's limo may blow up.
Oh, now that would
style.
be interesting. WWE style.
Why not? Well,
that's fantastic. Well, I wish him the best, and tomorrow I'll be there to watch them show each other how much they love each other.
I don't know those people.
Good luck to everybody at that sham.
I don't care if they all
sham. If they all die, I don't care if the place burns.
I know them, and I feel that way.
I hope the exits get blocked and then there's a fire. All right. And all the plastic cutlery gets fucking melted onto their face and
curls up.
It's just because I don't know.
Knives curling.
I hope that of all people I don't know.
Hey, excuse me, idea for the show, by the way?
Yes.
They are building a state-of-the-art studio for us over that other joint.
Yep.
Why not take one picture a day to show what's going on over there?
Oh, there you go. That's it. A montage. One same exact position.
One picture
every day.
And then you can run them together and play that
Why is everyone
horse
pointing at
racing
each other?
music.
Yeah.
What? Are we going to do this? But I want the picture up every day. Okay. Because then I want to make fun of how slow the whole thing is coming along.
This is cute, Opie.
What's up, E-Rock?
It'll just look like a still picture.
Yeah, right.
It'll be a movie, but it'll just be a still picture.
If guys didn't update the picture for the last 90 days. No, that's
you know how when they do that, the people look like they're moving in fast motion. You see the building go up. Yeah. It'll be that fast, but you'll still see people just milling about slowly because they're actually moving that slow.
Wow, this guy got really angry. Fuck you, Opie, Utah Sam.
Oh, because his name is Sam? Yeah. Look, you could say Louis, the name sucks, and I'd lick your asshole out for you. And
wait, you want
Louis?
Wait,
that's a good name.
What?
What did I do?
And wants a montage. Thank you.
He's obligated to say it in that higher pitch.
He missed it before, though.
He did.
Yeah, so we get to spank him. Pull down your pants.
He's waiting for secret letters to be slid under doors.
Is it Butt Rub Wednesday?
I think it is.
Butt Rub Wednesday.
It certainly is Butt Rub Wednesday.
I totally forgot about Butt Rub Wednesday.
Jimmy?
I'm ready.
E-Rock?
No.
E-Rock.
E-Rock. Butt Rub
You're
Wednesday.
part of this program.
Get up.
No.
Get up.
E-Rock.
How about we do it
Always getting nervous.
Why?
What happens here?
I already did it. I don't want to do it again.
Yeah, but Louis hasn't seen Butt Rub Wednesday.
What happens? He rubs
video.
Huh?
A couple of men rub their ass cheeks together.
How about
two men rub their ass cheeks together?
Yeah. It's not sexual at all.
No.
It's not gay or anything.
Like this little tent I'm getting in my jeans.
Butt Rub Wednesday.
Butt Rub Wednesday. Butt Rub Wednesday.
E-Rock.
E-Rock. Butt Rub Wednesday.
E-Rock. Come on, E-Rock.
No.
You just got to stand up and rub your butt on Jimmy's.
That's right.
E-Rock.
Come on, kid.
E-Rock.
If Jimmy will do it, you should do it.
E-Rock. 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 E-Rock.
He's still sitting. No?
No.
Wow.
Rub Wednesday.
Look at him scrolling through pictures.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
Pictures of butt.
Scrolling through.
What are you looking at, E-Rock?
Looking for the video.
Why? You want to jerk off to it? You can just reenact it right here.
Yeah, let's reenact the video. But how about behind the Pal Talk cameras, just for Louis' sake?
Come on, man.
No, I want the cameras to see it. I want them to see our ass cheeks meeting.
How did this start? What happened?
I just decided.
You just decided. It was a punishment at first.
Who will rub butts with Jimmy today?
Come on.
I did.
Danny will do it, I'm sure.
Have you heard that story I used to tell on stage? The kid, when I was like 9 years old, me and my friend both started masturbating, and he'd push his dick into his hand on his stomach. There's actually websites that explain that you shouldn't do that. It's a way some boys masturbate, like they apply pressure.
Really?
And it hurts your dick like it does long-term damage.
Do they go up and down or just push on it like they're giving
really
it CPR?
Hard. Yeah, like it's a palpitating.
Yeah, the head swells.
Wow, that's
and so he asked me to sit on his ass while he was doing it. so that it would be more pressure.
Oh, he was kind of like humping his hand.
Yeah.
It's not gay because he just needed more
And you
pressure.
had to sit on his ass.
I sat on his naked ass.
With your pants on?
It's weird that everybody asked that, because that wouldn't help.
No, but why is that? You're right. That is
the first thing everybody asks is,
were your pants on?
They were on, yeah.
Oh,
I think. That's
Oh, boy.
I don't remember. As I came to, I was looking at Charlie's pants were down.
Naked butt was next to Charlie's naked butt.
Charlie was masturbating.
Hey, who's this kid? Sam?
Yeah.
Sam, Sam is sick.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Noah.
Noah.
Yes.
And what are you doing here?
I don't know, Sam. Just
are you a
brought me
board op?
Are you
what do you do?
Do you work here?
Yes, I'm an intern.
Oh, you're an intern for this show?
Yes.
Oh,
wow. How long?
Why
you been
don't
here?
you have a name tag? Why doesn't he have a name tag?
I don't know.
How long you been here?
Why does he suck, man?
He sucks?
Well, he should have a name tag.
Oh.
Yeah, he should have a name tag.
Why don't you tell us?
You know about the name tags? Need name tag.
Well, this is my 4th week here.
No way you've been here 4 fucking weeks.
Yep.
I swear I don't even know who he is. I'd have had him removed from the building if I even saw him. What have you done for 4 weeks?
I've gotten lots of food for people.
Yeah? Me?
Yeah, I got you a bagel a couple times.
I don't even remember.
See, none of these guys
Swear to
understand
God.
they should bring something if they want to move up and be
Wow.
All right, put some glass in the bagel, and then some ground up glass,
great bit.
and then Anthony goes, "Who got?" And his tongue is bleeding. Who did this?
And I can't even talk.
Noah, come over
now,
here, kid.
then I'd remember you.
All right, kid. I got to keep you close.
It is true that the intern program is just us getting waiters for our show.
It's really fallen off since our first crop of interns who are now employees. Like all the guys that work for us,
the first
they
round
were interns. That was the first round for the most part. And then
what are they going to give their jobs to new interns?
Yeah.
No.
So they are really, I think they might be discouraging the interns.
You're right.
To not contribute.
That's how America works.
And do well so they don't get replaced.
Yes. One
that
generation gets in and then gives the other jobs to their shitty brothers and sisters.
Right.
All right, why are we...
that could happen.
Why is Noah here?
I think he has the potential, and he could bring something to the show for Butt Rub Wednesday.
Wow.
I thought he would be a good candidate.
You think I'm rubbing asses with an intern? Bring me Renee.
About E-Rock.
Yeah, right.
There's a
What
fucking
is it
chick
about
intern.
this
He brings
E-Rock
me
guy?
this thing.
If you're going to rub asses.
So that means you like rubbing asses with E-Rock. There's something about him.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is it? That's what I want to know.
His ass is supple.
Uh-huh. You haven't seen this guy yet. Look how fair he is.
Please.
Look how milky. He's very
a twink. Fucking E-Rock.
Twink. You want a man.
No, I don't. Or I wouldn't want that fucking E-Rock. E-Rock is a meaty boy shirt wearing plump ass.
E-Rock, come on. Why don't you just rub butts with Jimmy?
Come on, look how young and awkward and unformed this guy is.
Exactly. I'd rub fronts with his butt.
That was you what?
I'd turn around and stick it in his shitter real quick. And not even out of homosexuality.
Just out of hatred.
Yeah, but just because you got my order wrong. Hatred. Have you ever had a homosexual encounter? Seriously.
No.
I don't believe you.
Wow. I don't think I have.
Come on.
Maybe
that wasn't hard.
He just
that was about as fast as a breakdown. You ever done anything gay? No, I don't believe you. Well, I might have.
Wow, you got me. Now let's say I did have a homosexual. It was me and Charlie.
Louis sat on a kid's ass.
I sat on a kid's ass.
I did things when I was a little boy. I don't believe that you've never done anything. I don't believe it.
I don't think so. I'm completely hetero.
I'm not saying you're not hetero.
Did you ever do anything that was like on the borderline, like sucking a black guy's dick for 4 hours?
No.
Like, you know those things where if you look at it one way, it could be gay.
How about this? You ever open your mouth wide to have somebody hump your throat without it touching your lips?
Because that technically is not gay.
It's not touching.
In case you want to let
That's
me
just
do
cool.
it.
All right,
nothing ever even close like you're in a tree fort with a friend and you had to make believe you were asleep while he offered to give you a blowjob?
Never.
Nothing like that?
I don't believe you. All right, let's see how fucking honest this dumb crew of interns is. I want one of them to confess something they did when they were young that was fucking homosexual in nature.
Get Pat Duffy.
Pat Duffy.
Who's that?
Pat not only licked
Pat's a creep.
Pat rubbed his face on it like it was catnip.
There's Pat Duffy. God, I love this kid.
Pat Duffy has a huge
love this kid.
fucking head.
Duffy.
No.
What do you got today?
Nothing gay?
Here comes Pat Duffy.
Anything gay?
I touched one of my friend's dick one time when I was a kid.
All right, that's pretty gay.
What happened?
Yeah, give us the circumstance there.
Did he come in your Amish beard? No. You have an Amish beard with cum in it. That's why I asked.
No, when I was like 8 or 9, my buddy he used to sleep over every Friday. We had bunk beds.
He was 52. He was in.
And I don't know
my buddy.
Always call me your buddy when you tell this story later.
Yes,
52-year-old buddy with
52-year-old
buddy with the same last name.
My buddy Jebediah.
Just happen to have the same last name as
Jebediah. Yes. It was just a barn raising.
We built a barn and then carved a wooden horse, and then I shit in his mouth as he jacked off in my face. A brown white 69.
I don't really remember.
I went at his cock like a butter churn.
I don't remember the exact circumstances of it, but I do remember.
I bet. Another OJ. Everyone's got the OJ thing. Yes. I drifted back in, and I had a dick in my hand, and I was horrified. My clothes all wet with white stuff.
And Charlie was
holding my cum? Did I come? Charlie, what happened? Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, OJ.
Jesus Christ, OJ, you just fucked me in the ass.
You sucked it like a professional, OJ. Jesus, where'd you learn to do that? Charlie fell asleep in the passenger seat.
Jesus.
All I remember is looking over because I was on the top bunk, he was on the bottom, and I looked over like this.
Wait a minute, what buddy did you have bunk beds with?
Well, no, me and my brother shared a room, and he had moved out by this point.
So he had moved out, and then somebody moved in?
No, my
little sleepover.
Oh, you had a sleepover.
Sure.
Okay.
Right.
How old's your brother?
He's 7 years older. He's 27.
So you were how old when this happened?
I was
20?
8 or 9. I think.
8 or 9. So your brother moved out when he was 16 or 17?
No, all right, I take that back. Then I was probably like 10.
Yeah. The age goes up a little.
The timeline kills you every time.
Yeah, I don't remember.
He was padding his age, going, these guys would understand if I was 8 or 9. I wasn't really thinking what I was doing.
10 is a little more. You get a little more.
I was 19.
So what happened?
No, I just remember looking over, and for some reason he had his dick out, and he was hard, and I think he might have been jerking off because we were like, we had passed the point where we stopped talking, we were like falling asleep, and jokingly I reached down like this with one finger out, and he and I was like, what are you doing? And I reached out, and he thrust his penis forward, and my finger came in contact with it. That was
now you were a little too close.
Yeah, what is this fucking Michelangelo?
Yeah.
God touching
Chapel.
God touching out his dink. That's the finger.
That's nothing like you know.
That's it?
Nothing like when your brother used to piss in your mouth from the top bunk.
I think there's more to that than just a little fingertip touching a thrusting hip.
Then again, I'll believe him more because he ate puke. I don't believe him. I don't believe him.
He was the kid on the lower bunk.
But I think that he's had a couple of encounters. I played Monster Rain when I was a kid. I've confessed that to whoever would listen.
Monster Ring?
Yeah, my Monster Rain.
Monster Rain.
I would suck each other's dicks.
What happened?
My friend and I would blow each other under a porch.
I never heard you called that.
I know.
It needs a name other than blowing each other under a porch.
At that age, yeah. We would yell Monster Rain, and then to get away from the rain, we'd hide under a porch, and while we were under the porch, yeah.
And the day could be sunny. It wasn't raining.
Oh, yeah.
It really wasn't. It didn't have to be raining. They would say Monster Rain.
There was always a threat of rain.
Yeah, and you'd have to hide under the porch.
We were always Sans umbrella.
You'd have to suck each other's dicks.
Yeah.
All right, Pat Duffy, very good.
Okay.
All right, Iraq, just rub butts.
So what interns do we got? Just none?
Oh, yeah, plenty.
Well, then bring them in. They're all lying.
Yeah, they're all lying. They need to be interrogated.
Why won't Iraq rub butts?
Because he knows how good it feels. And what happens is our asses touch, and we both get a magnetic reaction in the front.
But Iraq,
yes.
Iraq, why not do it again? You did it once.
Who the hell are you?
I'm a new intern.
What's your name?
Matt.
Matt.
Mm-hmm.
And how long have you been here?
A week.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen
a week
Matt.
now. I don't know who Matt is.
I've never seen.
What do you do? What have you done in your week here?
Get coffee, get breakfast.
Yeah.
More waiters.
Waiters. We're definitely training waiters.
What made you want to be an intern on this program?
They want to get on radio instead they're going to be.
For a while, about 7 years or so.
You what?
I listened to the best 7 years.
You're a fan.
Yep.
Okay.
Are you in college or something?
Yes.
Where?
I'm at St. John's.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Do you want to be in the business?
I wouldn't mind.
Good luck. It's a hard hustle.
Thanks.
All right. You ever suck a dick?
No.
Okay. How about you?
No, I've never sucked a dick.
Okay. All right.
Not quite getting it there.
What happened?
I don't know. Dan had a reference. I didn't get it.
Really?
Yeah. Happens.
What if,
rare,
what if you reward butt rubbing with extra intern duties, like give them real stuff to do?
No, that'd be crazy.
Ever jack off in the same room as another guy at the same time?
No.
No. Interesting.
Yeah, perhaps when I was
maybe
I might have been 14.
Yeah.
Cousin's house.
Cousins. And
with cousins?
And you just kind of like sleeping in the same room, and what happens?
Nothing
Take it from there.
happened. Just-
Well, take it from there.
Oh.
You're in the same room and go.
It was bunk beds.
Those bunk beds, man.
That gets you every time.
Fucking bunk beds.
I want gay kids. I'm getting bunk beds.
Fucking bunk beds are leading to homosexuality.
Right.
Because these families out there don't want to buy a bigger house.
The bunk bed.
The bunk bed.
Causing homosexuals.
And I don't remember how it started, but both jerked off.
With your hand on your dick.
Yes, it was similar to that.
I think you know how it started.
Of course he does.
Yeah, because 14, you know what's going on.
Yeah. So what was it? A magazine being passed around, or was it just a mental fantasy? What was the stimuli?
A hot aunt.
The cousin.
I really actually don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
I don't
remember when I was.
Can you sit down for a second, please? I'm having trouble looking at you. Can you sit? Just you, because you're confessing.
I don't believe him.
When I was like in fourth grade, me and my friend Mike, he had a scuba mask.
Yeah.
And we were taking the scuba mask and pressing our dick and balls against it, so like smushed against the glass. we just taking turns doing that and just looking at our dicks smashed up against the glass.
Scuba glass.
Louis, that leads to one of our favorite bits, gay or funny.
That's funny. That's funny, yeah.
Yeah, there's things you do among other guys that you're just going for the laugh.
Gay or funny, right.
Gay or funny. What was the one that we got the guy who they were swimming? And you know how you try to do a whole lap under the water? Like, all right, your turn. So the guy, this was told on.
Yeah.
So the guy goes for it, and he's underwater for the entire lap of the pool. And as he jumps, you get out on the other end.
You get to the rim of the pool, and you got to go like.
You need a big gasp for air. Well, there's his buddy waiting for him with his
pants
out.
down and his dick out. So the second he breaks the water to breathe, he's got a face full of cock and an open mouth going.
That was a close one, but we determined that was funny as well.
That's pretty good.
We will take your gay or funny stories.
Balls on the head at a party, like when you photograph your friends asleep.
No,
that's gay. Stick your balls on his head. I think that's gay.
I think that's gay.
No way.
It's hack funny, so it's not funny.
Pass out guy with a scrotum on his head and you're taking pictures.
The guy pulling his dick out at that point, his ball bag out.
Funny.
By the way, I got 2 pictures from somebody that I told to hold my camera at the virus tour from the bathroom.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, 2 pictures.
Someone walked in on me and Florentine. Was it me and Florentine? I think we were taking pictures of each other's assholes in a stall at somebody's wedding or something. And somebody walked in.
Oh, because you get the camera on the table?
On the table.
Yeah.
So we were photographing each other's assholes in a stall. And somebody walked in. We might have been doing it at a gig or something. Somebody with somebody else's camera. And one of us was bent over with our fucking cheeks spread wide.
Sure. That gag is never old, because I get the camera home and I'm looking and I see peeking out of these jeans, it looks like the head of that monster that Bugs Bunny was chasing around. Monsters are such interesting people. Just like
that heart-shaped monster?
Yeah. That guy. That's what was sticking out of these pants.
Old mushroom head.
Oh, my God.
It's like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, my God.
So what's your name, son?
I'm Brian.
Okay, Brian. So describe this scene now, because I believe you and I don't.
Yeah. I think you're leaving something out.
I remember when I was finished, I was on the top bunk and dropping the tissues off.
How did it start?
Tissues. Now, hold on. This doesn't make sense either.
Yeah, now you're trying.
Now you're premeditated jerking, because you're in the bunk bed, top bunk or bottom bunk.
I was on top.
Top, even worse. See, you don't even have a bottom bunk where there might be tissues on a night table. You brought tissues up with you for the purpose of jerking off.
That would make sense.
Okay, so then you know that you're jerking off. And there's a guy on the bunk bed underneath.
How'd you know he was jerking off?
With the whole bunk start moving?
I don't.
Because he said ready, set, go.
How'd you know?
You're getting an opposite, because you got to get the rhythms right, or else it ends up like that film of that black and white bridge, the bunk bed. You get your rhythms wrong and the bed breaks.
No, I honestly don't remember how it started.
No?
No. I would tell you if I knew.
Well, okay.
So that was it? You jerked off on the top bunk while someone else was sleeping?
Or was he jerking off?
He was.
He was jerking
How'd you
off,
know he
too.
was?
How did you know he was jerking?
You know how I
think
knew
we
my
told
friend
each
was
other.
blowing me? Because I felt his mouth on my dick.
So did
That's how I
you
knew.
Did you hear sounds? Did you feel the movement of the bed?
I probably told me.
Oh, he said, I'm jerking off, too.
Right.
And you went, so am I. Okay. That's a little...
I think that's
there's a little something there, maybe.
Yeah, there's something
Hey, we'll give him another week.
Yeah.
If he doesn't tell us the details, he's out.
Fire him.
He's out.
Yeah.
Gossamer, yes. He's coming in like crazy.
Sweet.
Dog shit sniffer from Woodside.
Yes, that was...
You said to your... Let's think about how it started. You said, I'm going to go up and jerk off, and he said, I'm going to stay down here and jerk off? Who do you think you're talking to?
Jimmy was there. Jimmy was basically
Jimmy gets
there.
pissed off because, like, an intern
Because he
doesn't
knows.
want to admit to the two countries that he might have had a homosexual experience.
Me and my friends used to jerk off in the same room all the time.
Yeah, but he's only going to go...
One kid would tell you, this is something me and my friend used to do. One kid would he'd tell you a story about a girl you want to fuck, and you jerk off while you listen to him tell the story. And then you tell him a story, and he jacks off.
That is
wacky. And then you fuck each other.
If I heard the story first and jerked off, he'd say, my turn for a story. He would have heard...
Yeah, right? Who's telling the story after you
goes
come?
off together.
Hey, let's say hi to Kenny. We're kind of playing gay or funny a little bit here. Kenny, what do you got?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, I got a friend of mine, actually two friends of mine, that, like, the one friend, he always would do, like, stupid, like, gay shit all the time, but...
Stupid.
The other friend, not so much, but I think he did it kind of to freak him out, but they were at a party, and they were drunk, and he got totally naked, and they just started wrestling completely naked. Gay.
Gay.
Don't even have to think.
There's nothing funny. That's just gay.
Anything that happens next
but it was around
falls under
like
gay.
A bunch of
Was it?
hard
Yeah.
It wasn't like a gay party.
Hold on. We're gonna help you out a little bit. Was it after Borat?
No.
It was way before Borat.
How many people were at the party?
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago.
How many people were at the party?
It was like 50, 60 people.
Not gay. It's done
it
for
was
shock
too many
value to be
people.
funny. Not gay. Gay stuff isn't done in front of people to be a goof.
Dude, two guys wrestling naked.
That's funny.
But
people would go, oh, shit.
Were there any women there?
Yeah, there was plenty of girls.
That ain't gay. That's two guys fucking around trying to be obnoxiously
So
funny.
you're saying, where's the line then? If one guy's fucking another one up the ass, but there's a large crowd, it's not gay?
Thank you, man. That's what I was getting.
Where's the line?
Yeah, that's what we mean.
Where's the line, Jim?
They may have been trying to be funny, but it just seems way too gay.
One gets a boner and it's
I
gay?
thought it was gay, but there was too many people, you know. And
if they did it alone,
people didn't think it was gay.
Go ahead, you talk. Why would I speculate? Go ahead, sorry.
It's gay for every man with a boner and funny for every man who's laughing.
Right.
Okay.
Everyone's gay or funny is in the dick and
instant feedback. Instant feedback is saying gay, always gay.
Yeah, a lot of people coming back with a gay verdict.
It wasn't gay in Borat, but it was funny.
But this was before Borat.
It doesn't matter, but I'm saying like that's an example of it caught.
See, the problem is, though, it's like this whole gay or funny thing, and most of these things are done to try to be funny, but they come across gay.
True. Now that you got to kind of deal with that.
I'm
part
not
of it.
talking like these guys are actually gay guys. It's just that they try to
coming
do
off
something.
as gay.
Here's the difference. Two guys wrestling like in Borat, naked in front of a bunch of whatever it was, home equity group people.
People,
beyond funny, hilarious. Two guys nude wrestling in front of all their friends are just saying, please just let us be gay.
We want to announce this.
Please tell us we're gay because we can't tell ourselves. Please pull us aside after this. You know you're gay, right?
The hell of a way to come out of the closet. Yeah, we might as well do this in front of everybody at a party. It's Will in Miami. Will, what's up?
Hey there, Will.
Hey, boys. Louie, Sweet Tip, how are you?
Thank you. Thank you.
I got a gay or funny for you.
We know.
Did I lose you?
No, let's go.
Oh, my God.
You just have horrible timing.
Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, 14 years old, my buddy and I used to have what we called jizz races.
Yeah.
And it would take place in his bedroom, and we would throw a sheet of newspaper down, each stand there with a copy of our favorite reading material, and whoever won the jizz race got $1, gay or funny.
Okay.
It's just boring, and you should kill yourself.
Wait a minute.
Pope, you should go back in time and kill your 14-year-old self.
I want us to have.
I resent every day you've lived since then.
Thank you. jizz races on the Opie and Anthony show.
Jizz races.
We should have a jizz race on the Opie and Anthony show for a real prize.
The jizz.
Wait,
jizz race.
Yes, the real prize is
how's it going to be judged?
Wait, I got lost somewhere. What happened?
They jerk off, and whoever comes first wins.
I mean, in overall life, whoever comes first loses.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I say we have jizz races on the Opie and Anthony show.
Oh, my
Jizz race. Who would judge?
Whoever, anyone with
it's
eyes.
a timing thing. It's
when you and you see something, well, that's pretty much the
What
winner.
if it's like a photo finish, though?
Well,
you're going to need somebody that's going to have to watch.
Put a video camera.
Sam.
Fucking Fellini with his camera and let him
That's
get down
right.
there and fucking film all of it.
It'll look like the tartar sauce for your fish sticks, you little infant food-eating fuck.
Yeah, all right, well, I guess it's time to ask Sam what he ate last night.
Sam?
All right, intern, we're done with you.
Yeah.
You weren't
You're
willing to admit
dismissed.
too much, so we got to move on.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
other guy,
when you're ready to
got his
admit,
name already.
raise your hand. We'll bring you back in.
That Noah guy's weird.
He
kind of has
it was
this
Noah,
smirk,
right?
like you don't even know how many fucking dicks I've
fuck you. I'm not
sucked and
fessing up.
cut off and thrown in the garbage.
Sam, what did you have for
It's
dinner
like a
last
serial dick sucker cutter. All right. Sorry.
Sam?
I had 2 different kinds of chicken fingers. One
different kinds.
Was
you mean from 2 different places?
Well, no, they're both from the. One from the freezer, one from the fridge.
To help Louie out, we learned that Sam eats like an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
No joke.
He will not eat
diet
like adult food.
Right. So
he eats like an 8-year-old.
And mozzarella sticks.
Wait, what were the 2 different kinds of chicken?
Oh, it was one was in the fridge because it was from the last time I went to my mom's house, and those were left over. And the other was in the freezer. Those were regular. You put them in the oven and defrost them.
Any vegetables?
So your mother, you went to see your mom, and she sent you home with some chicken fingers.
Well, yeah, I didn't eat them all.
And so she said, "Take these with you."
Yeah.
What else?
Sam?
What else with the chicken fingers?
Eat them later.
And some Triscuits. And milk.
And, of course, the big glass of milk.
Triscuits, chicken.
Oh.
That's what my dog eats.
Mozzarella sticks.
And mozzarella sticks.
Wow.
Any dessert last night?
Yes, I had some coconut ice cream.
You have the shittiest fucking snacks.
Pregnant with a kid?
Are you coconut ice cream?
You know what pisses us off? He eats like that. He doesn't gain a pound, this kid.
I know, and his feet are way too wide because of his bad arches. He needs fucking orthotics. Mad Magazine feet really bother me. What'd you have? Tartar sauce, Ilio's pizza, and fucking awful treats.
Bazooka Joe bubblegum.
Yes, and some strawberry marmalade.
All right. Well,
but I ate it out of the asshole of a small animal. The fucking worst snacks.
All right. Hey, Louis C.K.'s got his DVD coming out Tuesday from his HBO special. Make sure you pick that up.
Please.
Louis, what do you think of the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Show?
Oh, that was great. I had a great time.
Yeah, it was a lot of
You
fun.
did Vegas with us?
No, I didn't. This is my first
Oh, so that
show.
was the first. I wasn't sure. Okay.
It's the first time I did it with you.
I had the flu in Vegas. So I don't even remember being there.
Oh, I had a great time.
Yeah,
something weird happened when I was on stage.
Oh, right.
Some guy, I mean, all I heard was just cheering all of a sudden in one section, in the middle of a sentence. One section far away from me started to cheer.
You know that's not for you.
And I didn't know, and I was like, yeah. I'm like, no. Okay, so what happened? And nobody, of course, could just answer. Well, see, what happened was,
Yeah.
So it was just, and then there was a noise because somebody, there was like some sound that leaked out.
Yeah, they were queuing up something.
Queuing up videos. They wanted
your
us to
mic cut out.
So I thought that somebody's behind me on the screen fucking around with me or something, and that's why they cheered at an image behind me and then the sound. That's what I thought was going on.
Oh my God! If anyone would do that, they would be shot.
I thought I was like, would these guys?
Who would do
like this?
who would do that to a comic? He's in the middle of his shit, and you just get up there and.
So I tried to do my set
awful.
looking at the screen in case it happened again, and then I ended up finishing. But the crowd was so great; they hung with me, and it ended up great.
Thanks for the idea, though. That is, let's do that. Let's sabotage somebody.
Fuck around with other people.
I bet
No, but and apparently, I found out somebody sent me a MySpace saying that they were in the section, and they said that there was a guy who was so blitz drunk because they didn't serve booze at the event, I guess.
Yep.
So people got really loaded before.
They had to get like 3 hours worth of hammered.
Yeah, when people think they need to pre-drink, they overdo it. So he was so drunk, and the security threw him out. So the cheering was this guy being thrown out, and apparently he tried to swim back to because Jones Beach is surrounded by water.
Yeah,
he tried to swim back into the event.
Swim back to the venue.
Yeah,
that doesn't say a lot
that's
for our event.
It's just one guy. No, the good news is that they cheered a guy being thrown out.
Yeah.
That means the crowd was good.
Yep.
The crowd was amazing.
I had a ball.
We get great crowds at these shows, which we're very happy about. The next stop, you're doing Mohegan Sun with us?
Yep.
That's a week from, what are we, 9 days out? 10 days out? A week from Saturday. Tickets still available through Ticketmaster.com. Mohegan Sun's the next stop.
Psyched for that one.
Oh, yeah, we are.
I hate doing the casinos, and I love them.
We're going early. We're going to broadcast from the Wolf, one of our affiliates.
I never go home with any money.
Yeah.
I lose all my money that I make.
I lose everything.
Go to Virus Tour, one word on MySpace for all your info on the tour dates, okay?
Right.
But yeah, no, I was really happy. The crowd was good. They said they listened. I mean, they're excited.
Yep.
Usually crowds that are really pumped to be somewhere are not good comedy listeners, but these folks were really good.
And you were late in the show, too.
I was right after.
You know that they laughed all the way to the end and it was 3.5 hours? Do you realize that was a 3.5 hour show?
That's hard
the
to
other night.
that.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's good.
So, we look forward to Mohegan Sun, the next stop. You want to take a break or you want to do more gay or funny?
I don't even want gay or funny. I want to hear something honest out of one of these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me how people will not admit shit.
But people aren't as honest as you, Jimmy. That's what's amazing about you. That's what makes you special.
No, but it's not even special. It's just stuff that everybody should... It's amazing to me how people won't... No, not... I mean, I'm not talking about it yesterday.
There's no way a child with a dick doesn't put that dick in a mouth, ass... or against the dick of another child, or in the hair of, or something. There's just no way.
All right, let's go with this one. We got a couple of these. Well, they're asking the interns if anyone's brave enough to step up. Yeah, all right. Big J, what's up?
Hey, guys, welcome back. Love the show.
Yeah.
I got a good one for gay or funny.
Yeah.
This guy I used to play baseball with in high school, he would pick on the underclassmen, like in the locker room before practice. He'd catch them whenever they were bent over, putting on their pants. He'd run by and stick a finger in their ass and holler, oil check.
And yell what?
Oil check.
Oil check.
Oil check? Gay.
Oil check.
I like your voice, too.
I vote gay.
Gay.
I mean, the guy was a fucking psycho, but...
All that football stuff is gay. I was a big kid. I wanted to play football in high school, and I had a friend that was a year ahead of me, and he said, well, you have to jack off in front of everybody in the shower. Everybody jacks off on you. They close your asshole with duct tape, and everybody slaps your dick. No, this is what the high school football locker room was like, and I was like, well, I'm not playing football because I'm not gay.
It's the gay, football camp and the football teams.
He's not exaggerating because we had that story on Long Island with the pine cones.
Oh, the pine cones.
That's all these guys do. No, this is what America is built on. And then they go like George Bush and the Skull and Bones.
Right.
You know that just means guys are fucking each other up the ass. Like guys, future presidents fucking each other up the ass. And then they go to Abu Ghraib and stick their dicks in Iraqi people's faces. Like this is what fucking like macho, powerful people do.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate assertion of American power. Is sticking the dick in someone's face, or vice versa. That's the weird thing about an Abu Ghraib, like somebody with a dick in their hand. Like,
right, hey, look what I got.
Look how I'm fucking this guy over.
I got a dick here.
The enemy, I'm making him piss in my face. What a loser he is. This is weird.
I pledged the fraternity, and a lot of naked stuff, but didn't have to be hard naked, thank God.
Right.
None of that crap, but still just naked stuff.
You ought to pick up marshmallows with your ass cheeks and dump them on a replica of a competing fraternity's house. That's what he did. It was Pilot to Bombardier.
It's called bomb the fraternity house. Yeah. We did do that. And then we did have to
gay or funny.
And then we were blindfolded. We had to go into toilets and squish the turds that some sorority pig left behind from a party.
But they were bananas.
This isn't gay.
You know what, though?
You hope they were bananas.
Most of them were bananas.
Remember them. I remember them as bananas that Charlie put in the toilet.
Here's the deal. Like
MASH.
They're showing dogs sniffing each other's asses on the news, by the way.
Wait,
like at the end of MASH. It was a chicken.
It was a chicken.
They weren't bananas. They were dicks.
Here's the deal with the banana thing, though. I, to this day, believe that I did squish a banana.
Yeah.
But then when you're in the house and now you have to do this to other people, things happen because maybe you don't like a pledge too much.
Right.
So
I'm sorry. I'm so distracted by that. They are just showing a big dog licking a little dog's asshole on TV. And they're doing a cute animal story with two dogs.
And they're ignoring that the dogs are felching each other.
Yeah, no, the big dog is just licking the nutsack of the little dog.
Yeah.
Much to the little dog's pleasure.
Where is the little dog?
It's in front of the big dog. It's just going to start humping it.
He's the one holding up.
They finally cut to it. No one.
Oh, here comes another dog now. Let me just get my nose up this dog's asshole. They're not showing it?
No.
Here it is.
No.
There it goes. The little dog's getting his ass licked, and the other one wants to get in there.
This is the morning show.
It's just fucking bestiality going on.
That one guy looks nervous. Nobody else cares.
Oh, the white dog's in hump position.
Oh, totally.
He looks like he's ready.
This is what they do. Yeah, he's getting ready.
Yeah.
There you go. Give mommy kisses. Oh, you smell like dachshund ass.
There he goes.
He was fucking. He was blowing him.
Yep.
And they don't acknowledge it. They don't go, hey, look at that dog sucking the other dog's dick. He goes, so where can we get dogs like this?
Hilarious. This isn't gay because it doesn't include another man, but when I was a kid, we lived in a two-family house. So there was these nurses that lived together above us, and I was
sexy.
Fucking, I didn't care what they looked like. Our basements were connected, so I would stay home from school pretending I was sick, and I would go down in the basement and climb. I'd go into their apartment.
Wow.
And I would find their
ballsy.
I'd jack off in their underwear.
Wow.
And then I'd go back downstairs and feel horrible about myself.
Make your getaway.
Yes.
Feeling all guilty about what you left.
Did you take the underwear with you?
No, I left it there.
You left jizzed underwear?
What an antisocial douchebag.
These women, it's not like they lived with a guy. What the fuck?
What the fuck did I do last night?
Jizz in my underwear.
And they knew it was you because they'd find a load
in
some Smartie wrappers. Who else could it have been but the boy dance?
Some baseball cards.
Oh, my God.
Why is this Red Sox pennant in there?
Yeah, fucking Fred Lynn card with a load of half sprayed on it.
Let's go to Jamie in Cleveland. Jamie.
Somebody put cum and a Carl Yastrzemski figurine in my sock drawer.
Who could it be? Go ahead, Jamie.
Yeah, I had a couple fraternity buddies in college that would have a contest. They would go around the house and try to jerk off in other guys' rooms. And so people started catching on to this, and they would start locking their doors. But these guys would climb through the windows, like get a ladder, go up to the second floor, and climb through the window just to
jizz on
jerk off in these people's rooms. And they'd assign like point systems to that. Is that gay or funny?
That's funny.
Point system.
No, it's even funnier.
It's both.
No, what's even funnier? There are women listening to us right now that really believe that we take our sperm seriously. Yes. We'll pretty much leave it anywhere.
Oh, exactly. Just fling that shit right in Jodie Foster's face. we don't care where it goes.
We have more respect for snot. At least we'll do that into a tissue and make sure we throw it away.
We're like
sperm, though?
No, like a paper boy just flinging it over your shoulder on every door.
Women don't get it.
Riding behind a bike, jizzing on everybody's doorstep.
Women think guys take that part of part of us seriously.
Our sacred seed.
Right.
Yeah, there it goes.
Ladies, if you're not available, your fucking underwear while you're working will do. You're replaced by the thing that covers your period box.
It's so true, though.
Cloth that legs go through and shitty asshole gets rubbed on is as good as you are. No disrespect.
You are one line in a long list of places where jizz can go.
Exactly. You're just the most irritating.
In a cunt is like number 32
exactly.
on the list of 1,000.
That's right. It's after hand and before face of invalid.
I showed my penis to a retarded girl when I was when I was 9. There was a family of
it's nice
people that looked
retarded people.
Yeah, it was like I forget their names, but they all had Down syndrome, like all these kids.
The Nagels.
Even the father looked at it.
Holy shit, Jimmy!
Oh, is that evil?
Who are the I don't know.
It's Eric Nagel sitting right over there.
See, if he would have done the butt rub, we would have left him alone.
Oh, the Nagel. That is so wrong.
No, but I was behind a CVS.
Yeah.
Looking for something, and there was Gina, whatever her name was, and I just said, "Can I show you my dink?" And she said, "Okay." So I just took it out and let her see it.
Wow. I used to show my ass and to this girl, and she used to show me hers. Like I didn't know anything about the front end.
Yeah.
Like I was initially, I guess, christened an ass man as in kindergarten, because it was kindergarten, and I'd walk up the street, and she lived like 2 little blocks, suburban blocks away around the corner. And we used to go to the shed in the back, an old tin shed that was in the back of her house. And she was this blonde-haired girl. She had a little, like, Dutch boy haircut. Mm-hmm. And she would turn around and pull her pants down and look over her shoulder. And I would do the same thing. I'd pull my pants down and look over and we'd both be looking at each other over our shoulders at each other's asses.
Like Hummels.
Yeah.
Like a little Norman Rockwell painting.
Like Hummels.
Like there should be a little puppy tugging your shorts down.
Right, exactly. Like, and I used to love looking at her ass.
Sure.
But I never thought of, like, turn around, let me see the front.
Yeah.
Front didn't no. I wasn't into the front in kindergarten.
You're an ass man.
I didn't know. And in first grade, like, the front was definitely what it was all about.
You know, when I was a kid, my friend and his sister used to always piss their pants. So what I would do is get either one or the other one. When I'd lay on the dirt behind shrubs and have them sit on my face so I could smell the piss through their underpants.
That makes complete sense with you. Sure. Like, that is so... and how old were you?
Again, it all happened before 4th grade, so I would say second grade.
I showed my penis to a crazy old man in my hometown.
What happened?
Why?
It was Schneider from One Day at a Time.
You're just bored? What was
Give one of his cigarettes rolled up in his sleeve. Show him his dick.
I grew up in Newton, and there was in Massachusetts, and there was a guy, they called him Florida Steve, and he was a little...
We had Crazy John.
Florida Steve.
Yeah.
I'm from the Everglades.
Hello. Hello,
really
Florida Steve.
This weird little old man, and he'd come up to you, like if you were in a park or in the street, and go, hey, how are you? And he'd ask you about Florida. He'd just steer the conversation. It's hot. I bet it's hot in Florida right now. And you go, yeah, it's hot in Florida. He goes, what are the girls like down there? And you'd tell him, like everybody in town knew how to do this.
Was he Ratso Rizzo?
You tell him, well, the girls, they got big tits down there, and he'd start jerking off in his pocket. Like, this is just what we do. Anyway, so I saw him. I was by you with your friends, and you make fun of Florida Steve.
Of course.
Crazy old man. And one day I was alone in a park, and he walked up to me, and I took out my dick and showed it to him. I don't know why.
Did he ask?
He just went, okay, have a nice day, and he kind of walked away. And I realized that I had freaked out.
You freaked out, Florida Steve.
Florida Steve?
Did he think it was the stem of a Florida tangerine? His little red pubes?
Maybe. Could have been.
Florida
I didn't
Steve
have pubes yet, though.
Let's go to Oz in Georgia.
I wanted to hear about dicks, you fruit. I mean, pussies.
Oz?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Oz?
Hey, Louie, love your stuff, man. Hey,
get his DVD that's coming to... Hey, look... Set me up nice. Get his DVD that's coming Tuesday. We got to get his plugs in.
Shameless.
Shameless is on DVD starting Tuesday.
Hour special.
All right, sorry, Oz. Go ahead. Just trying to take care of my buddy here.
Funny, man. When I was around 12, I went to Boy Scout camp for the first time. Boys probably 12 to 16 years old. You were there for a week, and they kept demerits. And the two... individuals who had the most demerits were threatened with what was called the red pecker. And at the end of the week, they had the kangaroo court, and what they would do is the two boys they would announce you, and then the worst one would have to actually pull down the pants of the next worst one and actually paint their pecker with a red substance. I think it was like mercurochrome or something like that. And they did that in front of the whole group, and there were adults there, too.
This is such cop speak. He's telling us.
Yeah.
These individuals, the two individuals, with a red substance.
I believe it was mercurochrome or iodine.
Mercurochrome. Who's the they? Who is the power that made this happen?
And the kids.
Was it the grown-ups or the other kids?
No, the grown-ups would watch. It was actually the boys who had to do
All right,
it.
everybody has to go to jail.
Wait.
Everybody, we have to track down who these people are.
Grown-ups would
and
watch.
They all have to go to
as
jail.
you guys would paint another kid's penis?
The scout leader actually eventually ended up, he was charged with molesting his daughter a couple of years later.
All right,
well, now it all
he
makes
doesn't
sense.
need to do concurrent
There
sentences.
needed to be some supervision.
Kind of screwed up.
at the campsite. All right, thanks, Oz. We got Craig standing by. You going to admit something?
Yeah, I'm going to admit, actually.
Hold on, after the break. After the break.
Oh, nice tease.
I don't even mean...
You're not making it up.
No, not at all.
All right, we got a good story from Craig, who's trying to move up the ladder here, so he might be just making up shit.
No, you got to be honest, man. This
For us
is
to have noticed.
100%.
No, Jimmy
102%.
Jimmy can tell.
102% honesty, right?
Right.
All right. It's Opie and Anthony, Louis C.K., and, of course, Jimmy Norton.
Jimmy Norton.
Virus is spreading.
That's wow. That's amazing.
Isn't that weird?
That's very weird.
The car parked in front of the house you grew up in right now.
Car parked there. We're just like looking at like Google Earth.
I got Google Earth on my BlackBerry.
Yeah.
He gave me the address to where he grew up. And what, 30 seconds later?
And
I got an aerial photograph of that house that he
There it is. You know, and obviously, but it's just this little handheld device. Years ago, that was inconceivable. Growing up as a kid, that was science fucking fiction right there.
Yeah.
And now it's just... Everyone takes it for granted and just kind of, wow, that's kind of cool. But unless you look back at what you had back then, the inventions aren't as amazing.
Yeah.
Because you kind of gradually get used to these things.
Yep.
But we're in this time with technology is just spitting out some unbelievable shit.
But all the technology is just information technology.
Yeah.
now.
It is.
It used to be like, here's a thing that can wash your clothes.
Look at that. It slices, it dices, it julienne's fries.
Here's a car with a smooth ride or whatever.
Yeah.
Now it's like, now you can see this. Now you can see this girl's asshole. Now you can... It's all information, which all means porn.
Major information.
That's all it is.
I was saying, I was on one of the video sites last night, just 2 hours. 2 hours. Going through, and I realized you could just go through.
You could say
I was watching
break.com over here.
hysterical. No, not just break.com. I was going on a lot of, but yes, break.com. But like 2 hours of just going through things where you're watching maybe 50 seconds of something really funny happening, and then a minute and a half of Iraqis just being pulverized by machine gun fire, and then something else that's interesting, a little bit of history. You're just getting these blurbs of information just shooting at your head,
it's nice.
like little Alex sitting there with his eyes open, with Beethoven
it's
playing.
Nice to know you can
Ludwig
program.
van.
It's nice that you can program your own viewing experience now. Finally,
Yeah, but is that good?
The younger people out there don't understand. We had to watch the shit they threw on TV for us. And now with the DVRs and everything else, and now with YouTube and Break.com, you could decide your whole viewing.
We didn't even have
schedule.
We didn't have
No.
VCRs.
No.
You had to see what's on TV.
What's on?
What's on the three networks.
Yeah.
And then there was Fox, and that was
2,
weird.
4, 5, 7,
And then
sometimes
whatever
8 from Connecticut.
Yeah, and then whatever UHF channels you got.
Yeah.
I want to go to the phones because I don't want to lose her. It's Jennifer from Washington. Jennifer.
Hi, guys.
Hi, what's up, Jennifer?
Shitty name.
Not much.
Anthony does not like your name.
Why?
Hate your name. Because I have to write it every 3 months.
On a check?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got it.
She's still using your last name, too, right?
Nah, please. I'd love to get into it, but pending litigation keeps me from making any comments I would love to make.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, sweetie.
I'm just trying to help you out a little bit. Let you get some of that anger out so you're a happy person.
If you did have...
Now, if I did write checks...
Let me ask Charlie.
But I don't... Charlie writes the
Charlie.
checks. Charlie wrote a check. He saw the amount on it and said, oh, my God, O.J.
Harry, look. This guy has chest hair that forms into a bikini top on TV. Did anyone else see that?
Wow.
That was bizarre. Yeah, Jennifer. It looked like a black bikini top. Jennifer.
Hi.
What's up, Jennifer? I wonder.
Not much.
All right, nice.
And you want... you've called the show for...
Well, I was calling because I actually had a gay experience when I was younger, too.
How old are you now?
Right.
How old am I now? I'm 24.
All right, because you sound like you're 14.
I know, sorry.
And you... Oops, sorry. That was mine.
Lawyer warning you?
No. Yeah, right? Shut up.
I know. I know you want to, but trust me on this.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Well, when I was in 3rd grade, my best friend and I liked the same boy.
Yeah.
But we couldn't admit to each other that we liked boys yet because they were dirty and they had cooties and stuff. So
they still
we were playing
are,
in her
babe.
basement, and she had the idea that we could take turns being the boy, and we would like act out what we wanted to do with this boy that we liked.
Wait, you would take turns being the boy?
Yes, because she said the boy had to be on top, and she knew where the boy was supposed to put his hand.
Wow, how'd she get her info? How'd she know all this at such a young, tender age?
Well, not to ruin it, but I'm pretty sure, retrospectively, that she was molested.
Oh, jeez,
Well, that's an
not
excellent
good for
source.
her.
That's
Good
an
for
excellent
you.
source of information.
Molesting is
You're going to learn. You might as well learn from the people closest to you.
Sure.
Oh, I don't know if that dump button works here.
Wait, what?
I would have dumped that out.
Which one? Me?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think the whole road right there was a little too graphic.
All right, let's keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Not
Keep
clean.
it fair. Keep it fair.
Fuck the clean.
Keep it fair.
So did
a
she
little much.
stimulate a penis with anything, or did she just bump her slit against your...
Yeah, she would use her hands.
Oh, she put her hand down there.
Would she put the
tell
thumb
me how
out
to
straight?
Play my hand when it was my... Yeah, she really was quite the director.
Wow.
But
Wow, yeah, and
you
so
had to
she...
put one hand on the boob, and one had to be the penis. And yeah,
How old were you, though?
I was in 3rd grade. I'm not sure how old that makes you. I guess 10.
Did you realize that a video of this would be worth billions of dollars?
Jesus. All right, Jennifer, we're gonna be responsible and we're gonna move on because this is getting dangerous, man. Thank you, Jennifer.
Anything since you've been of age? She's gone. I was going to say anything since she's been of age.
Yes.
Has she relived the experience?
All right.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, now we got
Craig.
him back there.
What's up?
We've been waiting through the break, so you want to admit to a few things?
Yeah, a couple of things. Well,
right.
I would like to share.
All right.
First, when I don't remember what age, but it was before I can ejaculate.
Mind if I jerk off while
Oh, not a
tell
problem.
this? Thank you.
By the way, a couple of people saying that girl that we just had on was the same one that had sex on the phone with her ex and called her boyfriend about 2 to 3 months ago.
Wow, really?
She's the quintessential good egg.
Remember
Good
her?
caller.
If that was her, have her call back. Jennifer, call back. Maybe she just makes up... No, she didn't make up that other story.
No.
That was his real... All right, anyway, go ahead, Craig. Sorry.
Yeah,
I got distracted.
what happened?
This was before I could ejaculate, and obviously I would sleep over my friend's house, and his bed was against the wall, and he'd set up a cot for me to sleep on, which was literally right next to him.
What a fella.
Oh, boy.
So we woke up one morning, and we were discussing our boners.
Yeah, boner talk.
You were discussing them.
Well, as like, hey, look, I have a boner. Oh, so do I.
That's a
Mine's
discussion.
bigger. No, mine's bigger. That kind of discussing.
Sounds like there was some...
Disgusting.
Yeah.
He made it sound so responsible. We were discussing our boners.
Discussing the boners.
One another's
We were
direction.
discussing the Middle East, naked with boners.
Yes.
As men of similar ilk would discuss a financial strategy.
Having an interlocular, whatever you call it, I can't say it. Interlocular discussion
of the boner
of one another's erections.
Well, we were talking about it, and he was like, "Look at mine." So I looked at his, and then I raised my blanket, and he looked at mine. Then he takes his hand and pushes my penis.
Now we're in the present tense. This is interesting.
Now what he does?
Wait, he takes his hand and he points your penis.
No, he took my penis and pushed it towards my balls.
Ow.
Well, not like bent it.
Like what? You were going to fire a flaming cannonball over the fucking wall to the fort?
That's exactly what he did. And he released, and then he just watched my penis fucking fly back and forth like one of those clowns.
The reason why the boing sound is made for the boner.
Exactly.
That's what the boing kind of vibrate.
Then I did it to him, and we constantly just did that, and then he ended up
constantly.
Yeah, about like 10 times each.
10 times.
Going back and forth.
Like you would reach over. It's probably like watching two guys play speed chess.
With no board.
Flick back.
Ting tang, ting tang.
So we did that a couple of times.
This isn't going to end good.
Well, that's one story.
What finally happened?
Wait a minute. So how did that end? Then you did that 10 times and then said, "Hey, you want to get something to eat?"
Yeah. Just
who came on whose chest?
Well, this was before I can ejaculate.
Oh, okay. This is like the Clinton didn't inhale thing.
Right.
So you both just kind of pushed each other's dicks a little bit, and then let's get cheese
each
fries.
other's dicks around.
Then we went downstairs and ate breakfast.
Right.
What'd you have? Fruit Loops?
That's so cheap and perfect.
And there was another time later on when I could ejaculate. I'd say about
a week,
13. This was like at the peak of my masturbating.
Mm-hmm.
And we would.
You peaked at 13.
Wow. Well, no, it was like constant every day, every second.
Sure.
So we had another sleepover, and there was another friend involved, and we actually did the whole jerking off marathon to a porno that we got in touch with.
All right, so you and the friend, you and the dick pusher.
And another friend.
Another one. How'd you rope this other one into your?
It's true that like when you jerk off, when you first start jerking off, it's constant it's like the Big Bang. Like it really is. It just fades until you're dead. Like your whole life is just building up to the first cum, and then you come for like a year,
right?
And then you come, and then you die. It's really.
But we were in my same friend's house as before. And we all just like lined up, and we all did the whole sock thing, and just
sock thing.
Yeah, you can't jerked off into a sock. We weren't fully exposed.
But how did you say that? Like, who said let's all?
Yeah, that's got to be brought up by somebody. Yeah. You don't just do that.
The other friend that we involved
not like some board game available like Scruples.
Yeah.
Now
it says jerk off
in a sock.
It's like Yahtzee. If you roll 2 6s, you blow your pal.
The other friend that we involved, he ended up getting his hands on one of his dad's pornos, so he brought it over, and we ended up just all jerking off to it.
But into a sock.
Into a sock.
That's such a brave step to go from watching a porno with your buddies, and then someone has to go, what the hell?
I'm just going to start jacking.
Now, did you take your socks off of your feet so everybody was like one sock, one shirt?
No,
where did the sock come from?
The house that I stayed at, I got one of his clean socks, and I jerked off into his.
You know what it was? It was his friend Ted, and his father was also Ted Sr., the owner of Ted's Sock Emporium. They specialized in crew.
Tube.
The first time I saw porn, I was at my friend Raj's house.
I love when Jimmy uses his real name.
An Indian dude. And his dad had a porn. It was one of those old top-load VCRs called The Fur Trap. I was like 13 or whatever, 12.
The Fur Trap?
Yeah. And we were watching
that can't be good at all.
We were sitting on the floor of his dad's bedroom, and we were watching it, and I didn't know how it was going to affect me. It turned me on. It changed my life. I went in his parents' bathroom, but I couldn't do it in front of him. I laid on the bathroom floor in his parents' bathroom and jerked off all over my. It was obscene. The bath mat.
You have to use
bath mat that his Indian parents would step on, and their feet after a shower. I laid there and came on myself while he watched The Fur Trap in the other room. My head was on tiles. My
Lenny Bruce.
The outside of my thigh was touching the cool porcelain base of the toilet.
Sure it was.
So how do you
see again? It's like OJ's description. Like those are the things you remember.
Yeah.
How do you bring it up in front of people? Like, let's do this. Like, I had to sneak into the other room. That's what I'm point I'm making.
Right. I don't exactly. I remember jerking off to this video, and I remember my two of my friends jerking off. I don't know how it was brought up, but it had to have been just like one of us started jerking off, and it's like, hey, all right, let's all jerk off. Not exposed totally. Like one of my friends was under a blanket, I had the sock, and my other friend in a sock.
With the lights out, the only light was the TV flashing.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Blue light.
We gotta get some chicks to call the show, man. It's getting a little
manny,
a little dizzy.
You want more gay?
Yeah, give me what's another one?
Wow. Jesus. He really wants to purge this one.
This kid's got like a Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah, fast forward.
This is like that.
Fast forward to 1 o'clock, and then there was the time.
Then I remember
that movie where they bring in some murderer for a traffic ticket, and they give him a burger and a shake, and he just tells them about
spills his guts.
Thousands going.
You're a killer.
All right, why don't you end with your Stairway to Heaven?
All right, one more story.
Let's go. Here's the biggie. We got our lighters out. Let's go.
It's when I first started going to camp. And one night when all the counselors were out getting drunk, one of my friends and I sat on his bed, and he ended up just touching me and just started jerking me off.
Oh.
Until I came. And then
until I came.
So
these are no
that
longer gay confessions of like weird things. This is just a man who's gay telling us things.
Yeah.
Gay men do.
Like his little gay sex stories.
Yeah.
Are you gay? It's okay if you are.
No, I'm not gay. I'm totally hetero.
Oh, wow.
Totally. I even, like, this
minus the jacking off.
Right. Up going,
well, I don't know if totally would be in that description.
Yeah, totally is.
So he jacked you off.
You could say not gay, but the totally thing is...
You're sitting there with your buddy.
Gay.
You're sitting there with your buddy, and he just took a risk and grabbed your dick and tugged it until goo shot out of it.
Yeah. That's basically what it is, because at the time, the girls weren't going to do it.
Right, so...
So him being a pal ended up just jerking me off.
So what was in it for him?
He got a hand job too.
From who?
From me.
All right. That's where we were going.
At this point, we got to get rid of the
somebody
totally
jerked him off. Who? I must have been me.
It was me.
Yes, it was me.
Yeah, what did you just look down? It's like the hand.
That's amazing.
Evil Dead 2.
That's amazing that without questioning, that story is. This guy jerked me off.
Right.
Ask him 2 more questions.
And we
jerked each other off.
It was a mutual jerking.
So you guys were doing it at the same time?
Not at the same time. He did me, then I did him.
You came and then I did it?
You fell for that gag?
Wow.
At least he was doing it to get a load off. You had to get a load off. You just felt like, well, I can't be a cheapskate about it.
Right.
At the time, I wasn't thinking of all that,
No, you're just being gay.
Were you trying to do a good job to get it over with as quickly as possible?
I was going as fast and
he believes in even Steven.
Yes, he does.
You're an even Steven.
And then, have you ever had your dick in another man's mouth?
No, but that same friend, we talked about it, and actually that's after. No,
and then did it?
No, we didn't do it, but it was to the point where it's like, but I don't want your cum in my mouth.
Oh,
so.
right. You worked it out logistically.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that
so
would have sucked.
How did that come up? Who said I don't want you? How did that pop up?
He brought it up after. He was like, hey, what about this? And I'm like, I don't want to do it. And I'm like, do you mind? And he's like, but I don't want your cum in my mouth. All right.
The guy was working out
like negotiating, yeah.
Well, look, I'll suck for a minute, but none of that. So what happened? He blew you, and you said you.
No, he didn't blow me. He didn't blow me at all.
That would have been so gay.
It was just a double hand.
That fell apart in the talks.
Yeah,
they had talks about it, but
it was like fucking Hamas.
Yeah, there you go.
The talks.
All right. So how many times did you guys do this?
Just once, just that one night.
That was it?
And ever since then, I haven't touched a cock.
All right, we got to get the gay out.
Wow,
the women are starting calling.
That is so.
That's pretty good.
Let's go
gay.
Yeah, thank you, Craig.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome.
It's pretty good.
Thanks, go ahead.
You look a lot like our ex-producer if he was a little fatter. It just hit me.
Do you just wash your hands all the time now, too?
Well, yeah, constantly, actually.
And cum.
Just
He looks like Rick, right?
A little bit.
Little Rick.
Yeah, a little bit.
And you got the hat on, especially.
Not bad.
All right.
Pretty good honesty there.
Hootie McBoob from Pal Talk.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hootie.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, Hootie.
You are on the airwaves.
Really quick. It was last year. I had a party at my house, and a whole bunch of my friends came over, but then a whole bunch of them left, and there were 5 guys left and me and one other girl. And it just kind of randomly started. She got naked, I got naked, and I had gone down on her, and then she went down on me, and the guys were just standing around watching us naked. And then one guy ended up jacking off on her boobs, and I'd never want to do that again. I didn't really enjoy going down on her, but it was very overwhelming.
Did anyone jack off on you?
No.
No?
No.
Why not? Why not?
Why not?
My husband was there, so it was like not like.
Well.
Yeah, my husband and I are swingers, so anybody that's listening right now is going like, "What the hell is he on the radio for?"
I see.
Yeah. It's just a story.
Yeah, which is
story
nice.
about
we want
home.
the innocent
It's
ones
good,
from
but
the old
we want
days.
Cringy.
Yeah, let's go to John in Mississippi. John.
Hey.
Hey.
I gotta nominate Craig's last story for hottest story ever.
Why?
They're giving me such a fucking rod.
Was it the negotiating they were doing?
What's that?
Are you being serious?
Are you gay?
No, I'm gay. Don't make me a bad person.
No, I'm gay.
No,
Are you gay? No, I'm gay.
No, it's not. It's
you are confused.
Men are so full of contradiction.
I thought
every guy has some weird gay problem. No, I'm gay.
No, I'm gay. I'm not gay.
Did you ever blow a guy? Well, we talked. No, we did not blow each other. We just talked about it and then we blew each other. Okay.
All right, John. I'm glad you liked that last one.
Punching out.
All right, there goes John.
Yeah.
Changing gears slightly, we got this audio that is hilarious.
Yes.
The mom freaking out at a hockey game.
This is the greatest thing ever.
Love this. She's being a little too serious at the her son's hockey game.
Yeah.
When her son and some other boy on the ice get into a fight. A little bit of a scuffle. It happens in hockey.
This is what human beings are really like.
Yeah.
This is real human.
This is real human beings right here.
Is there a video that is...
oh, yeah.
This is audio from a video?
It's on,
Break?
Get it on break. I'm sure you put hockey, mom, fight,
something
yell,
like that?
curse, whatever.
We'll give you the...
You'll find it.
She's watching a hockey game.
The video isn't that good. It's the audio's good. Yeah, her son's in the game.
Yeah.
And her son gets in a fight with some guy.
Some other player.
And she voices her displeasure with this gentleman.
There goes the hammer. And he called it and Jimmy said, "Hey! Fucking asshole! Ah! Stop! He's fighting him, that motherfucker! Ah! You son of a bitch! You motherfucker! Alright, where's my boyfriend? Jimmy! That fucking motherfucker! You fucking piece of shit! God, you fucking cocksucking piece of shit! Fuck you! Told you I hated Hammer. Oh my God!
And once again, it ends. You know there was more.
Yeah, had to be. But, yeah, that's
so good.
Isn't that great?
That's so good.
The screaming, the just primal...
It's so weird. Women that do that, they just scream. It's not because they're being hit or something. They just, I'm upset.
The fuck is that?
So weird.
Fucking cocksucker.
She's wearing a windbreaker.
Just throw her out.
Scrunchy in her hair. Fucking... Watching the fucking idiot that came out of her vagina getting beaten up on the ice.
Good.
Stupid cunt. Good. Bostonian gash-faced cunt. I'm going to hate my hometown.
All right, we're going to break, then we'll finish the show next. Louis C.K., his DVD comes out Tuesday from his HBO special, Shameless.
Yes, Shameless.
Is now on DVD. Well, will be out on DVD Tuesday. All right, and...
I'm on Conan tomorrow. I forgot.
Wow.
We'll forget.
Look at him. That Conan thing.
Yeah,
How many have you done, Conan? You've done a lot, right?
I've shitload. I was the first comedian to do Conan. I was writing on the show when they started.
You done more than 10 Conans?
Not by a long shot, yeah. I don't remember.
By the way, Jimmy was telling the story about sushi with Chris Rock.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was a fun night, and we got him his Alan Alda.
Yes,
yeah, he told the whole story on the air.
That's great.
He told every.
We were so happy to do that for him. It was like a fucking dying
but
kid.
Then Matthew Broderick was like, Matthew's offering like, "What do you want me to help you get it?"
I want to help. He was invested in it. He wanted it to happen too.
My favorite part of the whole thing though was the Alan Alda, where Jimmy goes up and discusses some of the language that was used on MASH and how it was like cutting edge and broke barriers back then. And Alan Alda was like into it and really got into the story and explaining it to Jimmy and what it was like back then with the censorship. And then Jimmy took it too far and had to mention another MASH episode. And then he realized he had lost Alan. I love that.
I don't think it happened like you thought.
No, it did. It was just a little bit, nothing major, but I sense that he went,
all right, enough.
Internally,
I gave you enough of my time.
Exactly, our moment is over.
Alan Alda's,
might have not been true.
Alan Alda's thing, and I think I might have found a new friend. This is good. And then
and Jimmy just goes, I'll walk away.
Children in a sitcom.
Oh, God.
And internally, he went, fucking linoleum floor somewhere. Bleed out, you fucking chinless pig. He hated me.
No, he told me that he listened to you guys' show because he listened to clips that I had of me and Bill Donahue and some other stuff on my website.
Right.
And he said, those guys sound really intelligent. They're very thoughtful. I enjoyed it.
Wow.
Yeah, he liked your show.
God damn.
Yeah, he told me the same thing, too.
Alan Alda.
When Alan and I was chatting.
Pretty good. When you and Alan, we are chatting.
Every time his mouth moves, I'm like, that's Alan Alda talking.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's weird.
Yes, when he did that.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
My chin goes very high up when I speak. He was very nice.
He's a really good guy.
And he looks like a psychopath in the movie.
He's funny, too.
Yeah.
Cool. We had a funny... we were having lunch, and I told him about my dad telling me about sex. Because my dad explained to me how to make a woman come by teasing her. Like, my dad gave me this sort of European the art of lovemaking when I was like 10. And he said that his mom was very similarly inappropriate. He asked his mother what sex was when he was 10, and she said, "It's wonderful, Alan," which was an awful thing to hear.
Yeah.
And then so we're talking about sex and stuff, and then he said, "I have to go to my trailer and jerk off now." That was great that Hawkeye made that joke.
All right, let's go to break. On the instant feedback, Adam W. This is a good one from Columbus. How did gay or funny just turn into that's gay as hell?
Yeah, funny went.
Yeah, it really
left
did.
Behind a long time
Dude,
ago.
I'm telling you, we are going to have fucking jizz races.
Yes,
jizz race.
Do you honestly? We could probably find 5 Yeah, brave souls out there.
Or you could do Dick Rorschach, where you take, like I was describing, any plate of glass, smush your dick against it, and people say...
And say what it looks like, and then analyze them.
Yeah. That's very funny. The same guys we could get. How about this? They have to jerk off in studio, but they have to do it while looking at awful pictures. like how about pictures of syphilis vaginas, or pictures of shit?
All right, now you're on
bodies.
I could be part of that.
And I would
the
feel finish line first.
Yeah.
Those Jonestown bodies all laid next to each other in the 70s.
Well, that's kind of hot.
With awful, we can't touch them or like hassle them.
We can't touch them. Can we?
Jesus, did you even have to say that?
I mean, throw stuff at. Please, you think I would want to throw something at somebody's limp cock while they're jerking off?
Wait,
how do you not?
Can we do? Can we have a lot of events like jizz high jump?
Gotta have the Jizz Olympics.
Well, Jizz High Jump.
Jizz Olympics. I like it.
Jizz High Jump.
Jizz Olympics.
Yeah, no, you put a bar up.
That's exactly what I'm getting at.
And then the other guy's got to go. Oh, this could take a while, though. Yeah.
But they have to, like, jerk off, and, like, we're playing, like, audio from the fucking dentist scene from the Marathon Man. It's like the
I like it,
Or you make them, you switch, like a bait and switch. Like, if we get a girl with big tits to stand there, and then right before they come, some old ladies, they have to come on an
or big hairy ass.
They have to come while Patty is in the room talking to them. Something awful.
Wow, that would be good for Patty. She's never seen action like that.
All right, ask the bosses if this is legal.
Jizz Olympics.
Or just Jimmy's...
Jizz races, thanks to that caller. Jizz racing.
By the way, your vagina has talent, I think, is going to happen finally.
Oh, thank God.
We're doing things with vaginas.
Mm-hmm.
Your vagina has talent. Yeah, that's coming to the OA.
Isn't it so your vagina has talent?
So, yeah.
Because the so is very important to that. Just your vagina has talent as well. But so your vagina has talent. I like it
Can I point out the phoniest thing I've ever seen? This is for me, Rock. Steve, do they really want me to ask XM about this? This is queer. Steve C.
Steve C.
Nathan Lane is more convincing talking about how hot a pussy is.
This is queer.
That just seems queer to me. I don't know.
Oh, maybe he's like, do they really want me to ask XM about this? And then he's signing it. This is queer Steve C. It's all how you look at it.
Just so you know who's talking.
Yeah.
This is queer Steve C.
Oh, this is queer Steve C.
You remove the period and the slash, and it looks a little different.
We'll have approval in 15 minutes or 9 days. I'll go check.
Do you want me to ask about this or just not ask about it and assume things?
What? Tell Louis C.K. we wanted to do So Your Vagina Has Talent, and they had no problem with everything. We gave them some of the things these women were going to do with their vaginas.
Right.
And then we were going to do, what is it called with the maze, with the finger? That's the one they had the problem with. What is it called?
Rube Goldberg.
Oh, a Rube Goldberg kind of contraption,
right?
With the vagina involved, to finger the vagina.
So it's going to be this long, involved thing with
like you light a match and it makes a string break. And
and then the boot kicks the bucket over and the water hits a water wheel,
and it's a cue ball that rolls down.
And at the end, a rubber finger will insert in the vagina.
Just a little poke.
And that's what they had a problem with?
Yeah.
The insertion.
Why?
I don't know. They're afraid it would have gone into her cunt at 200 miles an hour or something and injure her.
Yeah. Well, they had a problem with it because they were hoping it would be a guy's ass.
Right. Yes. Hello, this is Queer Steve C. Where is Queer Steve C?
That's his fucking... If he was running for president, that'd be the Secret Service's code name for him. Queer Steve C.
Dude, we have one guy that's brave enough. Tony from Bethpage is on the line. He wants to do this.
Oh, yeah?
A bunch of people.
You want to talk to him now or after the
brave
break?
enough? Gay or brave is going to be amazing.
We have to have a few guys because you're not going to be jerking off to gay things.
Right,
that's the beauty of it.
Let's go to Tony.
What's going on, One?
Hey, Tony.
Hey, man.
Tony Baloney, what's up?
You're on the air, sir.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm up for this. I'll do it.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. Why not?
You'll throw a batch out.
In front of a bunch of guys.
In front of a bunch of guys.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there you're breaking up, guys.
Yeah, I think the phone, whatever. I'm sure he'll be happy, the Stalker Patty will be there. So, what are you doing?
She has to read sexy things.
Yeah.
Why didn't we get Stalker Patty's review on the porn movie? Let's get her on the phone. That's how we'll end today's show.
What?
We'll do that next.
She watched the porno?
Well, we sent her to the peep shows.
Oh, that's right, and we had her buy porn.
And she's supposed to give us a review.
Well, I watched it. It was very exciting.
We'll see if she's around.
So dirty and weird.
We'll talk to her next.
The virus is spreading.
All right. Before we get to line of the day, why don't you make the music even louder, please?
What?
Holy crap.
What?
Maybe it sounds fine over the air. I don't know.
Yeah, it probably does.
Maybe all the processing, all the
equaled out,
all the equipment that this stuff goes through makes it good. But to me, I feel like I'm being blasted out. Before line of the day, we're going to talk to Stalker Patty here. Stalker Patty for her 52nd birthday. We surprised her with a little shopping spree, Louie. A shopping spree to the old peep shows.
Peep show. To go to the peep show?
One of those video stores. We dragged her in there live on the air. She had no idea. She really thought she was going to Macy's or some clothing store.
What did we let her pick
Where do
out?
they still have peep shows?
I know. We found one like Danny found it.
They're being pushed to the avenues.
They're kind of off of Times Square now. You got to kind of walk a couple of blocks.
I used to work in Times Square, and I actually was really grateful that Giuliani shut them down.
Yeah.
Because they were eating my life.
A lot of people are like, Giuliani ruined New York, man. It's like Disney down there now. You know something?
No, I was taking 3-hour lunches just shopping, trying to find a hand job. Because they had real girls in there, and some of them didn't have glass in the window, and you could get a girl to reach in and jack you off.
Hey, nice.
And I used to just go from window, can I get a hand job? Nope. Okay, next window. Just
blatantly asking for it. Hey, hand job?
No.
Yeah,
you're at a fucking McDonald's. Yeah. Could you leave?
Let's just cut to the chase here, all right?
All right, sorry.
But Stalker Patty, we brought her into one of these places, and she got to pick out whatever she wanted. A little shopping spree.
That's nice.
And she brought a porn movie home, and we want her to review it. Stalker Patty.
Hi.
Hi, Patty. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Who gives a shit? So now, you went on your shopping spree. Did you get a movie and something else, or just the movie? I forgot.
Yes, I did. I got Granny's Gone Wild because I have something I could relate to age-wise.
So
clever. You're a cry. Shut up.
Cute.
And then the other thing was some kind of toy. It had an elephant, with the trunk that.
Oh, there was clitoral stimulation also. Yeah, it was vaginal and clitoral stimulation.
So they're tusks that.
Hopefully jam up your taint. Just fucking hit you right in there. Make you bleed.
Well, did it have one?
So you watched the movie?
Yes, I did watch the movie.
You did. Now, were there men in this movie?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? It's hard to hear you.
Were there men in this movie along with the women?
Yeah, there were like women over 70 and there were men under 30.
All righty. Now, Patty, have you ever seen a dirty movie before this?
Not really. I was expecting Red Shoe Diaries, though. I missed that.
Than likes that.
What? Stan just laughs at the reference.
Because she never disappoints. She's just awful on so many levels.
She really is.
You were expecting what?
Red Shoe Diaries.
Was that on Showtime or something?
Yeah,
it was like soft porn,
soft
right?
porn on.
Oh, Patty,
saxophone.
no.
That's all
A lot
I've
of saxophone
ever
music.
seen,
Yeah,
You know. I removed a blouse.
Slow touching through a foggy lens.
Let's ask Patty, what was Red Shoe Diaries all about?
Red Shoe Diaries always had a storyline. It involved the guy
that's
in the
nice.
beginning with the dog and the letter.
That's
He would
good.
read
You
it and
gotta
then
have
it'd
a
go into
story.
the story of the breakup or whatever, the relationship. You know, it was kind of fun and interesting.
And you really thought Granny's Gone Wild was going to be just like that?
Yeah, I thought it had a storyline, a plot, you know. Maybe it starts with Grandma baking cookies, and then the mailman comes, and then she
shits it out,
invites
mailman
the mailman in for a cookie, and then one thing leads to another. That's what I was expecting, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, well,
got a phone ringing,
quite like
What did you expect? Minnie Pearl to pop in and then be fucked by
I'm
Yaphet
sorry,
Kotto?
I'm on the work phone.
You're on the work phone.
Well,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh,
You're
never mind. It's been answered. There's another phone out.
Don't worry about your job or anything.
But anyway, okay, I'm with you.
Now, Patty,
Yes.
you watched the movie. You actually got to see sex from the beginning to the end, right? You saw the end
and that's
result.
all they did.
Now, did you see
dirty folks on that porno tape? What's wrong with them?
You got to see men ejaculate for the first time? Is that the first time you've seen that?
Well, yeah, there was some of that in it. It was kind of disgusting. I had to close my eyes a couple times because I'm not used to that.
Once or twice you had to close the eyes, huh?
Close my eyes. What, you're not used to seeing jizz come out?
It's disgusting.
Would you catch some of that in your mouth and make the yummy noise?
No, not me.
Patty, would you be comfortable with that being in your vagina?
I don't know.
How about in your anus or between your toes?
You know, maybe. I'm sure.
Oh, with her corn chip toenails. Fritos corn chip toenails with jizz dripping off of them. Oh.
Patty.
Yes?
So you close your eyes when, the guy was ejaculating?
Well, when I saw that on the film, yeah, it wasn't pleasant to look at.
Now, you saw men in a state of excitement?
Yeah, and it's disturbing. They were old enough to be their great-great-grandsons, I swear. They're less than 25 years old, a couple
Did
of
they
them.
tool some of these old bags up the ass?
I don't know. You would think that they would want to go out with somebody their own age and not
Go out. It's not a fucking documentary on dating. It's a porn movie.
Yeah,
These
but
are guys
what
who
does
had
it
to
trust
inject
somebody
rocket
with
fuel
an
into
old
their
lady
cocks
if
to
they're
get them to budge for these
25?
old bags of meat. You understand they were fucking cadavers?
That's practically what was going on.
Now, Patty, did you feel anything when you watched this? Any excitement in your lower abdomen or something? Did you feel like...
your breathing changed?
Yeah, were you feeling a little excited?
Not really, no. I didn't feel anything. I was like,
No.
what's all this is? And then I turned it off in the middle because that's all they were doing, you know.
Well, how are you going to find out what happened?
Exactly. Who done it?
I know what happened. Probably from the beginning to the end, it's the same thing.
Who gave the old
Watching
lady
it
a
happen.
pink sock?
Oh, my God.
To fucking... Who done it?
Hey, Patty, how much of the movie did you watch?
About three-quarters of it.
called all of
First
you
of
here.
all, they played the
Yes.
first 8
Three-quarters.
commercials, and they were all like,
Someone in this room came on her face.
It was Remington with his fist in the asshole in the study.
That's right.
Hey, Patty, do you usually just keep babbling when you realize no one's listening to you and we're having a conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking,
I'm
Patty.
sorry,
she's done
I
for
can
years.
hardly hear you. You sound far away.
We are, Patty.
Yeah.
We're blocks and blocks away. This is not one-on-one, face-to-face.
In all fairness, we still got to fix the phones. If we're going to have this set up for the next month, let's get everything right, please.
Yeah, the phones aren't going out loud enough.
Patty,
Yes?
I heard through you stomping on everyone's great lines there that there were commercials before the movie started.
Yes.
What are they for?
Now you're going to shut up.
What were the commercials for, Patty?
One of them was like dating service, escort services, and this and that, you know.
This and that.
phone services where you call in and hear a live lady on the phone. The same 8 or 9 commercials.
A live
and then
lady.
it went into the production, whatever, the page, and then it went back into the same 8 or 9 commercials.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of the movie?
I was like sort of making fun of some of the ladies, though. They were kind of funny, going, "Ew, ew, I'm looking for a man." Ooh, you know, like making those noises and everything.
God,
that
what's
kind of
wrong
made
with
me
them?
laugh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
What's wrong with those old cunts?
A life lady.
Hey, Patty, can we get you an escort?
An escort?
Yeah, what if you get a fine young gentleman escort?
Where would I be escorted to?
Oh, my God.
The end of your virginity?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. A motel and a fucking crisis center.
A what?
Patty.
Yes?
We want you to maybe be involved in a thing we're doing at XM where guys are going to jerk off and see who could blow a load
Jizz
first.
races.
Jizz races, we call it. And
you would be there as sort of an obstacle.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a part of the obstacle course.
One big obstacle.
You're like the tires.
You're the civilian that pops up in the shooting gallery.
You're the sergeant that fires an AK over their heads. The civilian that pops up in the shooting gallery.
He shot a good guy. Oh no, Patty. So would you be interested in that? You'd have to look at now what you saw those guys doing on video. You'd have to kind of see that in real life when they shoot that gooey stuff.
But the good news is that you'd be trying to stop the jizzing from happening.
Yes.
And your presence works as
You're
such
like a superhero.
Yes.
Deterrent.
Your radiation on the cancer of fun. Your voice and appearance make nobody want to ejaculate. You make semen curdle. It dries up like cottage cheese in someone's balls.
Turn around and go back where it came from.
Yes. You actually have sperm crawl back into a dick hole and hide.
Each individual sperm screams like it just saw Casper the Friendly Ghost.
And then they...
And runs back into the jizz sack.
Patty, you make semen swim back up into the vas deferens and try to get shit out.
Balls explode.
Basically, they're saying you have no use at being
no sex appeal.
Yeah.
Patty, would you be into that?
Would it?
So yes or no?
You mean just like an observation type thing?
Yeah. You would watch them do it and kind of talk to them and comment on their dicks or something.
And I'll tell you,
maybe read from something.
All right, I'll play along.
All right,
that was ours.
All right, hold on. Let's see how far we can take this. Now, Patty, what if one of these guys let loose in your hair?
No.
I would give you $100.
You know, that's very good for your hair.
What do you think she is?
It's protein.
And you can take a shower right after, but I'll give you $100.
Wow. A lot of money, Patty. I'd give
you need money, and it's safe. You can't catch any diseases if you take it on the hair.
Oh, yeah, it's totally safe.
Yeah, it is safe.
We want to cut your scalp with a razor first, though.
Oh, no.
And invite Magic Johnson to the contest.
No, but that's a good idea, dude. That's a good one.
Yeah, what do you say? You take,
take a batch of the hair.
Take a batch of the hair.
I believe this is soliciting prostitution,
No,
by
it's
the
not.
way.
It's for a film.
It certainly is.
No, it's not.
It certainly is.
Pornography's legal.
Is it? If we film it and she's an actress?
It's a movie, absolutely.
And we're paying her as a pornographic actress.
She's not having sex with anybody.
Yeah, it's just silly. You can't get arrested for being silly.
It's very silly.
Yeah?
Yeah, silly is safe.
But if I got a hooker and paid her $100 to jerk off on her?
As long as there's a camera?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry?
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. So why don't hookers just always have a camera with
You
them?
need some, it's illegal to film in New York porn, I think.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I'm just trying to see how we could get through this.
Patty, you're actually you're a natural saltpeter.
Yeah.
You're a tumbleweed blowing across.
It's hard to hear you.
Yeah, I know.
Smashing you.
Patty. Patty,
good.
Maybe not your hair, but how about like on your tits? What if the guys jerk off on your tits?
You might be the one person who would mind the tits less.
Wouldn't be in your hair.
I say hair.
Wash off easier.
Hair is much funnier.
No, but tits are funny because you could just fucking miss and hit her right in the mouth.
Oh, my God.
How funny would that be? All over her face, bukkake.
All right.
All over those glasses and her chiclet teeth. fuck. That'd be funny.
We're basically complimenting you.
Oh, no.
Hello?
Phone.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Starbucks.
I'm going to have to continue this another time, okay?
What, work or this call?
Yeah.
Because I got to go. We're getting busy.
Where are you working?
Where
are you working?
I'm at Starbucks. I'm about to leave from my shift.
Yeah.
All right, you're talking about getting jerked off on and someone's waiting for a latte.
Yeah. She can't look at the soy milk the same way again.
Now I know what's going on when I'm at Starbucks. Some lady's on the phone. Come on.
Yeah, she's telling fucking jizz stories.
Fielding offers.
All right, go work. Don't lose your fucking job.
Because we don't feel like paying your
All
bills.
right, I'll get back to you, okay?
All right. Yeah,
you
think about it.
You think it over, Patty.
All right.
Have tea with a friend and get some advice.
Throw a few lattes on your
Alrighty.
chest and let us know how it feels.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
All right, let's do line of the day.
Line of the day.
Let's do line of the day, and we'll get out of here. Louis C.K.'s DVD, Shameless, comes out Tuesday. His HBO special.
Wow, 3 runner-ups.
3 runner-ups?
Yes.
All right, let's do a runner-up line of the day.
Shameless.
He is, though, right?
Nope.
Oh, there was a pause
What was
there.
the pause?
We know all about the pause.
I don't mean the pause that you're, cutting off.
Can we
We're not talking about the pause and there are marks on your back.
You have to put oven mitts on all the German shepherds so you don't scratch Marge up.
See, at least let the cats watch.
I love the oven mitts on the dog.
Pretty good.
Oh, what a picture that conjures up.
You got to tape them because the dog wants to take them off.
And he walks across the room all funny like he's goose-stepping because he's got oven mitts on his paws.
He's got that weird look on his face. Why are you doing this to me?
What is this?
Like he loves fucking her, but he hates the silly handwear.
Let's do another runner-up line of the day.
Mm-hmm. My clothes all wet with white stuff.
And Charlie was
Is this
holding
my cum? Did I come? Pretty good.
The OJ getting jizzed on.
Yeah.
I love it.
One more runner-up line of the day.
There was a family of,
it's nice.
People that looked
retarded people?
Yeah, it was like I forget their names, but they all had Down syndrome, like all these kids.
Finagles?
Is that a good one?
Yeah, that was a
Jimmy's
doozy.
quick.
All right.
Poor E-Rock.
E-Rock, one last chance. Butt rub? Come on.
Come on, don't be a queer.
Come on.
Let's have some fun.
I know Craig would butt rub you.
His nose.
That's him nervously drinking.
Come on, E-Rock. For the show.
I'll buy you a new Nike hat.
Ooh, butt rub for
Do you
Nike
have a butt
hat.
disease you want to give Jimmy?
Uh-oh. You got
going on
cranky
there?
ass? Cranky ass?
Yeah,
No.
he didn't wipe.
Little
Yeah,
cranky
it's
ass.
cranky because there hasn't been a cock in it yet. It's like me with my coffee. You can't talk to his asshole till a dick has been inside of it for a little while.
I was going to say, I thought you put a dick in your coffee or something.
No.
With a cup of coffee in the morning, right?
Yeah.
You need your coffee. Don't mind me. Hold on. Please hold. Thank you.
Here is your line of the day.
Here
Comes.
La 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 la.
End of the day.
Line of the day.
Line of the day.
Line of the day. La la.
The dramatic. Do they really want me to ask XM about this? And then he's signing it. This is queer Steve C.
Very good.
But the beginning was cut off, wasn't it?
Hey. What?
Wasn't the beginning of that cut off?
Did they cut off the beginning? All right, why don't we do it again? Here's today's.
To get on.
We'll start all over. Here's today's line of the day.
That's the whole thing? I thought there was more before that, like where we actually
But that's
talked
the
about
beauty
the
of the line of
actual
the day bit where we don't explain the lines.
All right.
It was a very good line. It was an extremely good line.
Never know it hearing at that time.
But that's the beauty of the bit, where you don't.
Hey, as long as it's a victory in my column, I'm fine with it.
It was a context line of the day.
Yes.
Good one.
All right. E-Rock?
Butt rub?
Come on.
Come on. Take us out with a butt rub.
What better way to end the show?
This was a great show.
Take us out with a butt rub.
Butt rub. Jimmy, would you take a butt rub from anyone else in the room? Don't look at me, please.
In this room, yeah, any of you guys I would, but nobody else.
No one outside studio?
No, because they're going to send that fucking intern in here who'd love to. He'd love to.
It's not fun if you love to.
Craig would not only do it, but he'd do it off mic, like once the show is over.
Yeah, I just didn't want to do it on the radio.
At 4:30, we'll meet in Butt Rub somewhere.
A rest stop.
Yeah. Wants to meet in fucking Washington Square Park.
Nobody?
E-Rock, Butt Rub?
Butt Rub?
Come on.
If I had to choose, I would take Eric.
Yeah. Oh, God. It's going to suck when we order him to do it. I really don't want it to get to that.
I know.
Like, if he just would do it, it wouldn't get to the awkward point of us making him do it.
By the way, a terrible thing to take to your next job interview. So why did you leave your last position? Because I wouldn't rub my ass against another guy's ass.
Yeah.
By the way, people feel gypped today because they didn't really get to hear the darn after line of the day.
Oh.
It was there, but it was weak in the background, and we all talked over it. And tomorrow.
Darn.
There you go. From the cell phone, how great is it that talking about jizz in her hair with Starker Patty, and she has to ask a customer if he wants 1 or 2 shots. All right, I guess.
I don't think we get
Sam, butt rub? You're just the camera
guy. He's just
guy.
here with his camera.
You're just the camera guy for butt rub.
Camera.
Waiting for his fruit roll-up for dinner and jujubes.
Yeah, what's for lunch today?
Yeah, what are you having for lunch there, Sam?
We never asked the lunch question. Always the dinner question.
Peanut butter sandwich. You smushed it last.
Cut into 4 squares?
Every day, right?
Peanut butter and fluff?
He eats just peanut butter.
Oh.
Just peanut butter sandwich.
Yes, E-Rock?
Butt rub?
Stupid Travis is going to get my lunch out of my bag.
So
out of my bag. My bag.
That's not his fucking lunch.
You've done it.
Oh, God.
And then 3 Oreo cookies.
Why 3?
Oh.
That's what. Well, 3
Who
is what.
did this?
The perfect.
My girlfriend.
Your girlfriend did this?
Yes. She was very upset last time when you smushed it.
Yes, Jimmy actually smushed it.
Did you really?
She was really sad when Jim smushed it. She's going to get upset again.
Jimmy just punted it. Holy shit.
Well, what happens when we mess up your lunch? You can't just go out there and get 8-year-old food in Manhattan.
Not on the street.
Nobody else makes it.
No one makes 8-year-old food.
Oh, he looks like he's ready to cry.
How are the Oreos doing after that?
You can still eat that.
Yeah, that's edible.
Yeah, that's edible.
I don't think the bag broke.
I'm not going to step on the sandwich. I don't feel like paying him $20 like I did last time.
Did you really?
The $20 fucking sandwich.
No.
Dude, butt rub his sandwich.
All right.
Oh, God.
He's going to do it.
Oh, no. Oh, shit.
There you go.
Okay. Thank E-Rock for this.
Yeah, thanks, E-Rock. This is how we end the show, like men. There you go. He's rubbing the peanut butter in his ass.
He puts it back in. He puts it back in like no one's going to notice.
Jess,
oh my God.
Jess is going to be very upset.
She got so sad last time.
We better call her tomorrow.
Oh, my God.
We better get a Jess update tomorrow.
Peanut butter up his ass.
It looks like he makes that himself. He dresses like his mother and then makes that.
He's like fucking. He's like Stallone. He's like Stallone getting Nighthawks in a dress.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that was believable.
Yeah.
All right.
You can't even eat the cookies now. They're contaminated.
They're crushed. Fucking fool. You think I can't crush cookies by kicking them?
No, I know they're crushed, but if they're in a separate bag, they're in a separate bag, so you can take them and eat them. But now they've been contaminated with your ass.
Yeah, the whole thing.
You go hungry today.
No one's gonna pick through that for what's still edible.
For a tasty.
No, Jimmy.
This part
not
as
today.
bad.
Make him go hungry.
Yeah.
I can't make them go.
He could use with losing a few pounds. He's getting a little chunky.
Vegas 10.
Jimmy has paid more for rubbing his ass on people's lunch.
Hey, listen, let's thank Louis C.K.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure, Louis.
Shameless on DVD this coming Tuesday.
That's right.
Our listeners will be picking that up like crazy, Louis.
Thanks, guys.
Guaranteed. And Jimmy, thanks for the great ending. We needed a great ending, but you know, E-Rock.
It's all about him. It's not about the show. It's all
obviously.
about him.
Sandwich
He's
butt rub.
I remember the days you would do stuff for the show.
Yeah, it's all about him. It's no longer the Opie and Anthony show. It's just Eric's desires.
He probably has a rash or something. You have diaper rash? Adult diaper rash? What's the reason?
Pimply butt? Prickly heat.
What's the reason?
As painful as it was to do it last time, the ending was not very pleasant.
Did I fart on you?
Oh, it was hot and disgusting.
I forgot about that.
That little treat.
All right,
I fired one on his asshole.
I forgot about that. He might be on to something, Jimmy.
So he actually had to fart your fart out at one point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some of it seeped in.
You didn't keep the fucking fart.
Basically,
someone else's gas.
Basically, he's saying you didn't keep it fair last time.
That's horrible.
I hit below the belt. I fucking cut a gasser right in his juicy, rapeable asshole.
Didn't you try to turn around, too? There was something else that you were trying to do.
You raped his asshole with a gas dick.
With the most basic of elements. I wanted to turn around and smack his ass with my dick, but I was afraid that could be a human resources issue. I'd get in trouble.
But butt rubbing's okay.
That's harmless.
Yeah.
Butt rubbing. Your dick. Elo would have an issue with that. He'd probably be mad that I didn't do it to him.
That's true. The gas. Fart is a gas, but everything must have a solid and liquid form too. If you trap that fart in something and
maybe pressurize it or
condense it into
different temperature, you could actually get liquid fart.
Yeah, and drink it.
Or solid fart.
Yeah.
I understand E-Rock's stance at this point.
How's that done?
I forgot about the fart thing, Jim.
I'm fascinated now.
You actually felt it, E-Rock?
I'm going to go to the lab after this.
You can't get a grant for that, so nobody's...
No.
E-Rock felt the warm air.
He felt it.
Oh. Was it one of those...
No.
Where it just goes...
It was one of those moments where you felt you'll never be clean again.
It was loud.
Yeah.
It was like right. It was hot and loud. Everything a fart should be. If you were going to write a song about a fart, that would be the one. Like Bette Midler sang about that one.
Bob Dylan wrote a
hot and loud
anthem about that fart.
Great.
That's good.
Now I understand why he might have been a little
Why did
shy
they
to
make
do
the
it.
noise when... I always thought it was like your cheeks kind of bouncing together. But if you spread your ass cheeks, it makes a tooting noise. What the fuck?
I think you'd only spread like the anus, but your sphincter probably is still puckered enough to make that sound a little inside.
You're like one of those balloons when you let it out a little bit.
Correct.
Yeah, you could.
So that's going on inside. All right.
You ever have an internal fart? Where it's an actual sound like a, but it's inside your stomach.
The other anus that's in your
inside. It kind of just going through another asshole. Yeah. Through your
Sometimes if I don't eat right, I start shitting in my stomach into my own bloodstream.
When I don't eat right. When I don't have my 4 food groups.
Redding from Whackbag. E-Rock doesn't want to touch butts because E-Rock has diarrhea from the Fat Smash diet.
Could be.
Explosive diarrhea?
No.
How's that going for you? Good?
Good.
Good, man.
You're running out of days, you know.
Yep. Next Thursday.
That's it. Next Thursday?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Every shitty paste looks like rice pudding.
How many pounds do you got to lose in a week?
I think I got about 6 more pounds.
That's the hardest. It's the hardest.
It's the Dr. Ian Smith bet. We'll talk about that tomorrow. We're going to go. All right.
The last ton is always the hardest.
Oh, come on.
I'm teasing my buddy E-Rock. He knows he's my friend. You coming on the boat this 4th?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, fuck you then. Go fuck yourself. Like last year wasn't fun enough. You want some drunk driving, some fun? Come on.
To what?
The boat.
What boat?
Billy Mac's boat. We take it out on the East River there and go by the UN and watch the fireworks.
Can I go?
If you want to, yeah, you're cordially invited.
Maybe I'll bring my broad.
Bring your broad with you.
Maybe I'll bring my broad.
I'm getting car service because I should have gotten life in prison last time for how I drove drunk. I want to say to everybody, never do that. But it wasn't good enough to just drive drunk and try to be safe. I raced from about Shea Stadium into Midtown Manhattan. Were we down to? I have no idea where we were. I know we were somewhere in Manhattan. I remember going through a tunnel. Did we take the tunnel or the bridge? I have no idea. I was hammered.
E-Rock's trying to remind you that you went to New York City to play fuse ball, because that's how you write that word.
Fuse ball. Yeah, that's what I was playing. Big bomb that you light and throw it. Like that joke.
F-ball.
Fuse ball.
We played
I drove
foosball.
so drunk once with like lots of people in the car. It was like a classic.
So yeah, that was
wiping out a bunch of kids.
Should have just killed everybody.
And I had to have one eye closed so I didn't see 2 of shit.
Oof.
That's how drunk I was.
That's bad.
Driving with one eye and going really fast and laughing.
That's the last thing you should ever see.
Yeah.
Before you just hit something.
Should have died. And I did spin out. I was on Sturrow Drive in Boston. And I hit a nasty curve and I spun. The whole car spun many times. See, thank God it was the middle of the night. Nobody else was coming.
Thank God your body should have been thrown out of it.
Yes,
they should have found you in a fucking berry shrub.
Yeah, no, I had no problem.
Dirty
I had no problem that time, but I heard something very frightening this morning. It was on the news. They're trying to pass legislation for if you're drunk and cause a fatality, life in prison.
Sure, yeah.
Life in prison.
I think that sounds right.
Oh, yeah, and then I'm thinking to myself, that sounds right. And then you think, like,
could happen to me in 10 seconds.
Might be an accident,
I'm
but
2 moves away.
It's not
from
your
that.
fault.
Yeah.
Like you're drinking, but somebody else screws up, and all of a sudden you're just out having a good time, and then you're in prison for the rest of your life.
Yes.
Just think of that, like,
no, it's true. That
good
could
time,
happen.
prison for the rest of your life.
You could be one notch above legal alcohol, and you get in an accident that wasn't your fault, and somebody dies.
Yeah. Prison for life.
Yep.
What about fucking...
I live with that kind of fear every time I fuck a boy's mouth.
Prison for life.
You just learn, hey, it's safer being in an airplane, all that kind of...
Right.
Most people slip in a bathtub.
True. Some things are worth the risk, Lou.
Exactly.
Let's get out of here.
All right. Yeah, it is time to go. Opie left hours ago.
We've been going over every
He
day,
just
though.
left. He probably recorded the promo and is gone. But again, thank you, Louis. Louis C.K., always fun to have you in.
Thank you.
DVD when?
The 26th of June, Tuesday.
Yes. Tuesday.
Yes.
Pick it up. Hysterical. Jimmy Norton, my pal.
I have nothing going on.
Oh, wait.
Maybe some things.
There's surprises around the corner. I know that. That's all I'll say.
My cock is itching.
Oh, I'm at Crackers in Indianapolis for the 4 people still listening.
Oh.
Are you going to go to Bob and Tom's?
Yeah, I'll go over there.
Are they good?
I'll be at Crackers in Indianapolis this weekend.
Cool.
And that is the show. I want to see if your X goes up. Show.